cringy Pokemon hat. What do you think?
I haven't started the Twitch stream.
Do I look totally lame?
Wait, there we go.
Good.
You don't look too stupid. It's fine. Uh, Boy, with the mustache, I look creepy. I look like a creepy.
Yeah.
I would not let my kids anywhere near me.
Yeah.
Hey, squirrel! Squirrel!
Did at the end. Yeah.
Dang it!
We have a squirrel.
Wait, you do look creepy with a mustache.
I don't I? It's like creepy mustache time. I should go have a look and see what's going on in our little chitty chats.
No, I don't think anyone's here yet.
Interesting. You know, I forgot to. I didn't have time last night to get to put all the show notes up in Patreon. So I'm afraid I haven't let the Patreon folks know today. So who knows? It always takes a little while for people to sort of go, hey, we're actually going live. If it's actually going live, of course. Here we go. There we go. I can see it. Boy, the stream is way behind what. Like we talk, and like 10 minutes later, you see it on the stream.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can do a little post and get some people in here. Here we go. I take a little picture. I do a little tweets. So tell us about your adventures, Noodles.
Well, here I'll quickly come back to the stream. There we go. Oh, what's up, Toby?
Is Toby here?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Hello, Toby.
There's officially 4 people watching the stream. But
oh my gosh, 4 people. What will we do?
For my amazing adventures.
Ah, yes, we've got Noodles' Amazing Adventures.
And up north, Enos place. Yes. Bird. Squirrel cam. Bird.
Uh-oh. Really? Birds now? It's a bird cam.
Bird cam. But basically, so I don't. We went for. I'm trying to think. What did we do on Wednesday after? Oh right. Okay. We went to a swimming area, like a water hole thing.
A water hole, like a real out in the wild.
Well, no, so like a river.
Oh,
We went
okay.
to the Beaver River, and there was actually how there's there used to be a bunch of little really little dams, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
So there was one of those old ones, and everything had been taken away from it.
When you say little dams, do you mean like a manual one?
I mean like the 2-step it was like 2 little steps with little waterfalls coming down.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I always like the little ones. Could you manually do it? Could you jump out? Could you run out and change it?
No.
No. Oh, well that's
because it's gone. It's all the dam part is basically gone now. But
Noodles, could you please not swear on the stream?
as in the water dam.
It took you. You're like, what have I said? I don't understand. Hello, Turtle Princess. Hello, General Stargazer. Hello, Toby Kutash 167. I need to show you my new setup. Well, Toby, put it you're in the Discord. Go into the Discord. Show us a picture. We see what's going on. Lexi K, Maverick Werewolf. What's up?
I've been informed that it was like a dam for a mill, sort of.
Oh, cool! So the water would turn the wheel, and then that would turn the grinding machine or whatever.
Well, I guess, yeah. But basically, we got to jump off the waterfall thing.
Nice.
It was safe. Don't worry. My dad watched other kids go in it first.
That's good. Throw a couple other kids in there first, and then make sure the water's fine.
There's a few girls, and he just watched them for a while. He's like, okay, we're fine.
They've all come back. Count them as they go down. Count them as they come back up again. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Chobo Kanin as well. Chrissy G.
Yeah. So that was so much fun. We wore life jackets when we were doing it, though.
Oh, really? That's smart.
Yeah, because it's very exhausting to swim around through the current and stuff.
Huh. That's interesting. And smart.
Yeah. And then the next day, I think we went for ice cream at this really tiny little shop, tiny ice cream shop.
Right.
And I got salted caramel and mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, as a combo? Oh, that's terrible.
I ate them.
That's
I know,
horrible.
it actually wasn't that bad, and I ate them separately. I just really
Oh, you ate them
wanted-
separately. That's fine. But the idea of the mint and the caramel getting together.
I know, but I really, really wanted both flavors, so I'm like, you know what? Why not?
So the hat, just so everyone's asking about the hat is actually Baz's, and I wore it to embarrass him as much as I possibly could because it's like cringy dad hat. Like, come on, guys, I'm cool too. I've played the Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, for my friend's birthday, we were allowed for like one day to. I was allowed for one day to like go in his house.
Oh,
For
really?
his birthday.
Right.
Yeah, so we played Let's Go Eevee for 6 hours.
Oh, really? Hey,
Yeah, and we finished half the game.
Jack.
we got the Lord Chunky in the house.
I mean, Lord Chunky.
Lord Chunky's in the house.
Who's Jack? I don't know.
Who's Jack?
I don't know who Jack is. Jack
Yeah,
is
what
yeah.
is this Jack person?
Destroy the planet. Destroy the planet. His name's out.
I saw Lord Chunky yesterday, and he accused me of calling someone a snake, but that was
What?
not true. It was a Harry Potter reference.
No, it was an
Lord
evil snake.
Chunky.
You called him an evil
Not.
snake, and that's not nice.
It's not. Do it
That
again.
is
Who were you? Wait a second. Who did you call an evil snake?
all people.
She called Anna an evil snake, and I said that's not nice.
How do you call someone? Oh, that's cold.
Oh, that is like. I'm sorry. It's a bit chilly in here because of all the shade. Flare Spire.
What happened is someone was asking someone to meet them somewhere, and it was like in a like asking to meet them near the bathrooms in the park or something.
Right.
And we were saying, isn't that where like everyone dies in movies, like in the bathroom?
Yeah. Although, what are you gonna do? Hold like you can't hold it. You gotta go.
So I compared it.
People don't die in the bathrooms in horror movies.
Don't they?
No.
Well, I just watched scary stories to tell in the dark, and there was like some pretty horrible stuff happening in the bathroom in that one.
Yeah,
Okay. Besides the wart, what else was there?
No, it was a. I remember. So that story. What's so funny about that story is, so this is a story where someone gets bitten by a spider, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then all the spiders come out of it. It's like an urban legend. And I don't know whether it's based on truth or not. I don't think it is, but we'll see. I'm sure people will have things to tell us about that. But so I remember telling that to a friend when I was in school, and saying that I knew somebody who had that happen to them. And they were like, that's not true. And they came in the next day and they were like, you're a liar. And I was like, no, I've been caught. And I remember like, that's it. I'm not making up stupid stories anymore. I still did. I made up lots of stories.
Basically, I was referencing Harry Potter when I said, like, you know how Moaning Myrtle got killed by the snake in the bathroom? And
Right.
then Lord Chunky accused me of saying the person that was, like, meeting the other person was a snake. And that's not anything at all. I was just saying it as a reference.
So you thought you'd bring your dirty laundry, bring the dirty laundry into Game Bandits. Is that what you're thinking?
No.
I gotta air the dirty laundry right here. And then... so wait a second. Lord Chunky, you're out of town, aren't you?
No.
Oh, you're not. Oh, Mom's out of town.
No.
Oh, I thought so. I thought you were going up to see grandparents or something. Anyways,
Next week.
because I hadn't seen your mom for ages, and we went for a dog walk, and finally she came out because she's in love with our dog. Apparently, I think that lured her out of the house. She's in love with the
Pretty
dog.
sure everyone is, David. I think.
Everyone except me is in love with that dog.
I'm pretty sure everyone but you're the only person that doesn't like the dog.
Hello, Brian. How are you, BV3D?
Coming up next on
Squirrel Gate Toronto. I know, it's like the gossip. And then she called her a snake, and I said that was inappropriate. And then Baz has all sorts of gossip as well. But I actually wanted to talk to you guys because so Lord Chunky and Iron Ham and Bag of Chips have been working on this.
No, Dad. No, we haven't. We haven't been doing anything.
No.
What?
I honestly have no clue what you're talking about.
AFKing on
You're not working together?
I'm pretty sure that's...
What about the? But what was that? What was the? You had like some kind of setup where you had an automatic clicker going or something.
Oh, auto clicking. Yeah. For Minecraft, Bed Wars.
Does it work in that?
Yeah, it does, but it's hacking.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Why are you lying? It's Roblox. It was Roblox. I saw Roblox.
No, it's for Minecraft. You
It's
can
for
do AFK
Minecraft
fishing.
Bed Wars. You can do AF fishing.
No, not Minecraft Bed
Who
Wars.
played-
Survival.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, survival.
So you can just keep clicking it?
Yeah.
And what is this? You use like a little app. So basically, just so I'm clear, what do you use what's it called? OP something?
Ours is
The
called
auto
OP
clicking
auto
is really
clicker.
useful.
Yeah, that's
OP
the one I use.
auto clicker. Okay. And it automates the clicking of buttons?
Yeah. This one just does left click, but I do have a keystroke one
Oh.
that can do keys.
Is there any risk in downloading a keystroke thing in the fear that they could could they capture your keystrokes and learn all your passwords and stuff?
No,
It's pretty safe.
it's not open all the time.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
They
I always
don't
worry
capture
about
anything. They're all just like super simple programs that can just be programmed to press the, let's say, W button every second, and then you can change the amount of milliseconds.
Ha.
They're super.
So to stop you from being AFK, you could get the keystroker to move forward, move back, move left, move right, like do stuff that would trick it into thinking you weren't AFK.
Yes.
Would that work, or have I just given you that as an idea?
No, that wouldn't really work because like it lets you AFK, and you can AFK by going in like a water stream, so it just pushes you a little bit.
Oh, so that
But
would
what
make you
really
move a
use
bit.
it for
Hmm.
is so you can repeatedly right click,
Hmm.
so you can fish over and over again, which can
Oh
be
yeah, that's a AFK fishing
enchantment books and
Huh. So it'll just sit there throwing out the fishing rod, and every time you catch something, it automatically goes into your. Wouldn't you run out of space at some point?
well, no, because the thing is, it doesn't just work that way.
Hmm.
Because the amount of times it takes to catch a fish is random.
Oh,
So you
okay.
have to make these like farms, so when the lure goes out,
Hmm.
it gets caught under something, and when it gets pulled under, it allows you to right click and get it back.
Huh.
So you can have it just going as fast as you want.
So is there? Sorry, go on.
Usually it pulls stuff into a hopper, too.
And then it goes into a hopper, and you can put it into a storage system.
Huh. So you're basically automating the process with the key clicker or the keystroke thing as well. I should say hi to. It's a full-time job. Legend. Chrissy G, Monkey Bacon, Harklight. Hello, Harklight. Sackeye Wolf, and of course Brian Vines. And I should also say I haven't started this. So okay, this is dun 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 Game Bandits. So this is where we talk. We talk about gaming. We talk about video games. We talk about video game tech. We talk about things that are sort of associated with that. Got a bunch of stuff today that's kind of fun. Hello, Hapshade. And I've got to thank DStat, our sponsorship level Patreon. As always, much appreciated. All of our Patreons, for that matter, very much appreciate all of your support, along with the PayPal donations, along with the subscribers here who help Baz learn the value of money by earning him pocket money, and then the rest of it goes to me for my Tech Bandits, and I learn the value of buying things that we get to play with, basically. So, and possibly, I see Lord Chunky has me kind of like noodling this idea of a Tech Bandits clubhouse in the garage, you know? And plus, Lord Chunky, when your dad stores his motorcycle there, we could take it apart as part of the Tech Bandits.
I'm sure he would love that.
You imagine that? Hey, we did a full teardown. We do like he logs on one day on YouTube, and it's like, oh, look, what's this popular video about motorcycles? It's a bunch of kids taking apart my motorcycle.
It's like, yeah, but it has thrusters now, and you can go. It's through.
We all know we take it apart and it never goes back together.
I know, it's true. We'd look at all the parts.
David,
Yeah.
how about Cal? You haven't seen
Where-
Cal. Where's Cal?
Cal is a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a puzzle. Cal does what she
Cal,
wants.
for all the amazing work you do, since David doesn't think it's important to thank you.
Well, I usually thank the mods. I thank the mods at the end of the stream. Usually is what I do. Horrid. Can I call her a snake now? How does that work? Do I get in trouble for that?
That's not how it works. I never called.
It's not Noodle the raccoon. It's Noodle the snake. That's what it is. Selling me down the river.
I never called anyone a snake.
Does anyone had a problem with snakes? I'm not scared of snakes. It's one of those things that doesn't bother me.
No,
Snakes are pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that.
They bite you, and they're poisonous. Then you're not so cool.
Well, apparently one of the biggest problems with snakes is not so much getting bitten with poisonous snakes as it is being allergic to being allergic to, you know?
Hi, David.
Hey, Golden Wolf has joined us.
I mean, Golden Wolf. Who's Eleanor?
Oh my God, Iron Ham would be the worst spy ever. You know. Hey, Frank. I mean, Secret Agent 45.
Yeah, 5,000.
Yes, the Golden Wolf is with us. How are you, Golden Wolf? Tell us all about life across the pond.
Well, I'm good. I went to Devon with my mum and my sister for a bit, which was nice.
Nice. Lots of cows and cream and stuff there, isn't there? Isn't Devon known for its...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of cows and sheep and stuff.
Right. How exciting was that?
Well, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
We went on this big cycle ride, which is pretty cool.
Oh, nice. So, like, cycling around the country. That's cool.
Yeah, it was so there's this, it's like the longest cycle route in the UK without cars, but we didn't do the whole thing.
How long is it?
I think it's like 180 miles or something.
Oh, wow. No, that's not a bicycle ride. That's a torture.
Yeah.
So you just did a bit of it.
Yeah, we did a section because we rented bikes, and then we did a section where you go along a river and then it goes into an estuary,
Oh, wow.
which is quite cool.
Huh. And then what, you just turn around and go back again, or what? Or can
Yeah,
you-
we had lunch and then we went back.
Oh, food is important. I like that. I would join you for the lunch part.
Yeah.
And then I'd drive back and meet you at the other thing.
Because I'm hungry, but now I'm thinking of like Chinese food.
Chinese food? That's like Harklight's thing. Harklight's always ordering Chinese food. We just made Baz. Tell me on a scale of 1 to 1,000 greatness how amazing the bread was this morning that I made. 10 out of 1,000?
Oh, 999.
It was the best bread I've ever made today.
I'm gonna give it 800.
The best bread you ever made today. Wow, that really
Yeah.
raised the bar.
800.
All right, Lord Chunky is banned.
868 because the crust was a little bad
Oh,
once you had too much of it.
what? Okay, you're all. You know what? Forget this. I'm canceling Tech Bandits.
Yeah.
The bread was delicious. Here's the trick. I threw a bit of porridge. I threw porridge oats into it. You mix up a little porridge oats in it, and it has this kind of like creamy porridgey taste to it. Oh, with melted butter. Oh my God, I want to just go up and stick my face in it right now. Thank you, Jack Jasra. Isn't it a fancy hat? But still no croissants. I can't do the croissants right. It's true. Bronze scale, I take such joy out of. We've been making croissants. You know those, what do they call, the Pillsbury ones that come in the container that Baz likes to explode? Golden Wolf, do you have those where they make croissants, but they have like a tube? And you pop the tube open and you can roll them out. And so I always open them incorrectly and end up with lots of extra little bits. So I end up making lots of weird shaped sized croissants as well. So there's like four perfect croissants, and then all these like these little horrible little screwed up looking things but they still taste delicious. So
I've made cinnamon buns once with my aunt.
out of the tube,
No.
Like from scratch?
Yeah,
oh man,
very good at baking.
oh God,
Like,
cinnamon
I make-
buns. If I had the power,
She makes macarons.
macarons. What's a macaron? Oh, yeah, okay, all right, I think we would say macaroon.
What's a
Oh, macaroon.
macaron?
See, I would call it a macaroon, but maybe they call it.
Different thing.
Hello?
Different.
Hey,
No,
Pink
it is-
Ninja's here.
Pink Ninja.
Yes.
Yeah, Pink
Instead of
Ninja.
a name that shouldn't be said. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Baz is blowing everyone's covers today.
Yeah,
Right.
everyone.
I don't think he did this one. I think he was good.
Yeah, and I think he covered really well though.
This time, I got it this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was waiting for Baz to go. Yeah, I didn't say. Anyways, not that it really matters, to be honest. My guess is there's probably a few people in London that this would be kind of difficult to sort of track you down. Not that anyone would.
Not that anyone would track you down, just
Yeah.
no.
Oh yeah, the food talk's making Sakai Wolf hungry, and wolves are always hungry. Oh my gosh! So our dog was that Noodles?
Macarons and macarons. They're different.
They are.
Yes. Okay. Macarons are like French. You know, like you see, like they have two. They're like French cookies. They have like two tops and they have the filling in the middle. And a macaroon is like a coconut cookie.
Oh, yeah,
Oh well, I love either
yeah.
of them.
It is.
When are you bringing them around?
What?
We're not far away. You could bring them around anytime.
If I make them, maybe I will.
Nice.
Oh, we did make peanut butter cookies. I mean, my sister did, but I'm still eating them.
So, in other words, when we walk the dog, we'll just come by and bang on your window and say, like, "Hey, give us cookies."
Sure, if you really want, we have the. It'll give me an excuse to eat one.
Oh, wow, get this. Jack Jastra has a recipe for cinnamon buns with vanilla pudding in the dough. Oh, my.
So good.
How is Jack Jastra not 1,000 pounds? If I could make that, I would just be making... I would live in a giant cinnamon bun. I'd live in the pudding section.
I would live, same.
I'd just be like, where's David? I'd just be like in the pudding.
Oh, yeah, we don't see him anymore.
Yeah,
The stream's lag. Oh, there we go.
He's
the
the...
stream's lagging.
I just expand into the entire basement. Like every door and window just gets filled up by me. All right, let's stop talking about food. I'm getting hungry.
I'm already hungry, and now I want Chinese and Thai food. And
Thai food's good.
Why did you mention Thai food?
Thai food's good.
Too.
Oh, Athens.
Oh,
So Athens is a place near us that has, they make the phyllo pastry stuff, the spanicapita. How do you say it? Spanicapita? Baz.
spinach pie.
It's called spanakopita.
I'm probably saying it.
So there's either spanakopita or there's another cheese pie.
Tiropita.
And meat.
The tiropita is the cheese one. We never have the meat one. Do you get the meat one? I never get the meat one.
My
The
mom
meat one,
does.
I hate the meat one.
I've never tried it. Sorry, we're just no citrus from the K.
Daniel Maliki says you've got lyrics, you can rate them. How does that work?
Okay, sure.
I think Jack Jasper is going to have to share that recipe. It's true.
Jack Jazra, please just post the
unless it's like a
recipe just
family
in the chat.
secret. Unless it's a family secret or something, I think you may have to share that.
Even if it is a family secret, give it to us.
In fact, especially if it's a family secret, I think.
Especially if it's a family
It's
secret.
even better.
It's even better.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so we have things we want to find out about. I have things we want to find out about here. Wait a sec. So, okay. So I had screwed up and I didn't get the Patreon their info.
You'll put the link in Discord.
What was that?
Jack Jazra will put the link in Discord.
Ah, fantastic. You know it. He knows
Oh,
it.
and Daniel, sure, we can rate your lyrics, but yes.
Okay, where am I here?
Continue.
Okay, so so first up. Oh right, I wanted to see if I guess he's not here. I don't think GG Giraffe likes the live thing, but so he started doing some videos, and I'll tell you the quality of his audio is 1,000,000,000 times better. He got this new mic from Amazon, and it's really good. And he's also using something called Filmora 9 to do his videos.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of ads on that for YouTube. They're like Filmora is a great Filmora 9 is a great thing. It's like, you know how there's all those honey ads?
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as honey, but there's a decent amount of Filmora.
It depends. Like, what did I get? I was getting ads. Get this. So one of the links, I can't remember when I get to it, I'll remember. One of the links I was looking up today, so kid stuff. No, that's right. It's the Golden Wolf and Noodle and Pink Ninja's fault. I was looking up the Sims stuff, and I got on a site about Sims, I got all these ads for vaping. So Golden Wolf and Pink Ninja, I guess they just sit there while they're playing Sims, just smoking their whatever they're called, their vapor pipes or whatever they
Vapor pipes.
whatever those kids do.
Though, Dad.
Can you-
Vapor pipes.
Can you-
They're vapor pipes.
But can you smoke in The Sims?
No.
James Gurney, gotta have my vape.
You definitely. Well, I mean, you probably could make a mod so that you could.
Like
Calculator,
you think,
first appearance.
hey, great. Cal shows up just to mock me for saying vapor pipes. I couldn't think of the word. I'm a babe. I'm an innocent. In a world of debauchery. I got,
You're a babe.
I'm a babe. Yeah,
You're a babe.
total babe.
S'more in The Sims. You can make smoke in The Sims. I thought you were about. Oh, it's called vaporize. Ooh. For some
Vaporizer,
reason, the first thing that reminded me of was Vapo Rub.
or as I call it, the it's the COVID cough inducer. People who do use the vape things nowadays, I'm like, what are you doing? I just like, are you nuts? Oh, sorry, continue. All right. So because I know that Golden Wolf and Pink Ninja usually need to run, I thought I would ask them about this stuff. I was kind of curious. Did you? So something I looked up interesting, as I say, for our ladies of London. Apparently, like a couple of years ago, there was like the EA with The Sims went, we don't have a lot of diversity in our Sim stuff, and they sort of threw together a patch that would allow you to do different skin tones and some hairdos or something. Is that right? Hairstyles?
Yeah.
But apparently they kind of failed. Have you played with them at all?
Yeah, well, there's not like in terms of like braided hairstyles, like there's not that many you can get and stuff.
Ha.
There's mostly like I don't know if there's much more hairstyles for like non-afro hair, if that makes sense.
Ah, I see. But can you have afro like
Yeah, you can,
natural?
but
Yeah.
there's a lot less options of stuff to pick from.
Well, there
I
aren't
see.
that less, but there is like less.
And is
Yeah.
that? Did you see a change though? Like, have you been playing it for 2 years?
No, like no, actually,
No.
So it was
Well,
already,
I'm
yeah,
not
1 year.
sure.
No, it's like 1 year. Yeah.
and so this was already in existence when you started playing.
Yeah. But if you play on PC, then you can there's lots of people who like do custom content which you can download for free. So if you play on PC, and that's like a thing in the game, like
Huh.
it's allowed, it's not like
So
a bad
that's
thing.
so their styles. They're sort of like almost like they're literally skins, I suppose, because you've got
Yeah,
hair.
so
Go ahead.
yeah. Um, for example, there's like the Sims resources, like download things, and if you wanted to um get more variety and stuff, then you could do it on that. But I don't think that really makes up for the lack of diversity in the game.
It
But
does seem weird that it wouldn't be built in. If it's a game about people living their lives,
yeah,
it seems kind of crazy to overlook that. And again, this always comes back to me about the idea of like diversity in gaming, like and movies and all that kind of stuff. Is if you have the same, white nerds making stuff all the time, they're gonna make the same mistakes. They're gonna make the same kind of games. Whereas if you bring in lots of
yeah,
different people, you get all sorts of like, for example, who the hell would have thought about putting vanilla pudding in a cinnamon bun? Because we're talking to someone from Germany who's got a different, you know what I mean? Like there's all sorts of, you want to mix things up, right? So I was surprised that they didn't have that in there already. But apparently, so recently, they've just made an announcement basically saying, "Yoicks! Sorry, we screwed up, and this additional skin tones and hairstyles is not really fixing the problem. It's not really truly representing things." So they actually just had to come out and go like, "Mea culpa, we screwed up." But do you see is that addressed by like any of the YouTubers you watch? Do they say like, "This is crazy"? They talk about this stuff or?
yeah. Well, the majority of yeah. Well, I'm not really sure because I'm sure like it would have been talked about like at the time when it was more of an issue because now like there is quite a big diversity at the moment, but I think there should be more.
Right,
But
right,
most Sims YouTubers use custom content anyway, so
right.
when
So
they're making Sims, they like Claire, who we watch, she basically all of the stuff that she uses to make her Sims is not in the game.
huh.
So
But
yeah.
does she create sort of diverse people in her videos, or does she mainly just,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, she does.
Because I think I would probably, my first instinct would be to create someone who looks like me, which I
Yeah.
guess
Well,
is,
Yeah, well, her series did start off, like her main, um, like Sim series. It started off with her and Ali as like the main characters, and then it's like their kids and like all the
oh, right, I vaguely remember
relatives.
that. Yeah.
So, but there are a lot of other characters which have more representation and stuff.
You know,
And
well,
uh,
what does it
yeah,
default
there's
to?
like
Like, what does it default to? If you were to just like click, 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 and you have a character, what does it default to from a look, or is it random?
It does anything. I
yeah,
I used to play the game as well.
Yeah.
With my friends, and I would just press random a bunch of times, and it would give you anything you wanted, pretty much.
So you'd get
Yeah.
if it was pretty good at representing in general rather
It
than.
would do anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Because
Yeah.
I know because games used to be, basically you start with the white and work to whatever you'd have to choose to be something other than immediately white in a lot of the stuff. But again, you're talking to an old man who's been playing games for a very long time.
Yeah. Also, one thing about random sim generated characters is they always have the worst outfits. They never.
Yeah, that is true.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Especially if
they're-
you have,
Well, I guess the computer can't like pick things that look good. They just randomly do it. But they
so
always
funny.
look like terrible.
That's so funny. So it looks like someone just like threw up a collection of clothes generally.
Well,
Yeah.
the clothes are tagged as like formal or casual or
Right.
sleepwear or stuff, so it is like it is kind of the right sort of thing, but the outfits are just really bad. Like you would never actually want to wear what they show you. So you
So
basically have to spend ages changing everything.
so in the real world, you could insult someone by saying, "Oh my God, you dress like a default." Not that
Like
you'd
a
want to say
random
that.
sim.
You're like a random sim. Oh my gosh, you dress like a random sim. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, how random sim of you.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that. Its full-time job is thanking Cal for letting him on or them on the stream. People are now thanking that. Next project, AI with fashion sense. Well, Cal, they're actually doing that. Like because there's nothing companies would like more than to be able to sell people clothes, right? So if you could say like, oh, we've picked these special clothes for you, as opposed to the random stuff you usually get. Like one of our favorite things to watch. When Jane and I watch like traditional TV, when we use the traditional cable box, which is basically never now, it'll say like you watched The Avengers. You might like The Adventures of what, and it's like something completely unrelated. It just has the word "the" in it. You know what I mean? Like they're so bad at making suggestions.
I when I accidentally opened a random kids show once by accident, and it's like suggesting all these kids shows to me, or maybe my little cousin was watching on my account or something.
Ha!
I just remember, but it's just the most random suggestions and everything on Netflix. It's like this would like 98% match you, I think.
And do you
Like,
find it works for you?
No, because everything has either 80 or 90% match.
Ha! It's funny because I know that Netflix did a number of contests to try to get people to come up with better recommendation engines for their stuff. Like I wouldn't have thought it would be that hard to say like, oh, if you liked this horror movie, there's another horror movie that's like this. Like I get a lot of horror recommendations now because I watch a lot of horror.
I
But
don't like horror movies.
you don't like horror movies? It depends. I don't know. It sort of depends.
James Gurney, the algorithm doesn't make mistakes. You will enjoy those shows.
Well, and that's what's funny is I suppose eventually that's what'll happen. So this is totally off topic, but that's me. Squirrel. So TikTok. I was hearing this. One of my favorite podcasts is the Twit Network, and they do This Week in it's This Week in Tech. They're Twits, and they were talking about TikTok, and they were saying like, it's getting banned. It's ridiculous. How can it be dangerous? And one of the people who was speaking was a woman who was a futurist. So she's basically she does game theory. She's done all sorts of stuff that basically allows her to model. I shouldn't say she's a futurist is almost the wrong word. She models potential futures, if that makes sense. She'll sort of put in all the data she's got and try to come up with a feasible future for where we could be in 10 months. 2 years, 5 years, whatever. And she was saying the sheer amount of information that is being taken from these TikTok videos. Things like where do people live? What do they have in their house? What type of music do they like? What type of clothes do they wear? What is their location in the world? How much money are they spending? How different do the room look between different videos and stuff? Whether they're gay, whether they're straight, whether they're a person of color, religion, all this kind of stuff. They can track all of this information. And then
We have someone rating.
And then what was that? Someone's rating. Hey, Techivores rating. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Welcome to our chitty chat on game banditry. Woohoo! Big raid. Ooh, you got Cal excited. You got Cal really excited. Cal, more people to ban. Cal, you're gonna love this. Welcome, Raiders. Howdy to you. Tekavor, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. We are just discussing the potential evils of TikTok with the bandits.
There's 76 viewers. It's crazy.
Isn't that cool? That's 76 people who can have different perspectives on all the tech stuff. That's what I love about it. There's always a nerd who knows a nerd about something, and then you can always, find stuff out about it. So, a big fan every year since I was a young teen. Oh, so not long at all, I'm sure, Tekavor. Now, thanks to all your positive projects and work to help me through moments in my life, in my time growing up. Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm glad it's always good to hear that my work is an inspiration to you all. Cal, take it away. Well, welcome, Tekavor, and thank you for joining us. Lord Chunky, your band.
What did I say?
You were coughing. You were coughing with disapproval. Anyways, so welcome. So I guess what they were saying was, like, wait a second, isn't TikTok like taking all the same kind of information that Facebook was, or Google is, or any of that kind of stuff? Who are you all using TikTok here, or watching TikTok at least?
Yeah.
No.
That was one of the
watch
things
TikTok
I
on
thought when I
YouTube
first heard
sometimes.
about it getting banned.
What was that?
Like-
All right, let's let Golden Wolf talk first, because there's too many cool
Okay.
things happening.
When I first saw that it might get banned and stuff, I was thinking, well, I mean, the only reason why it's becoming a big deal is because it's owned by China. Like, it's not a big deal that Google is spying on us or whatever, because it's
Yeah.
an American-owned company.
Yeah, but for some reason, if it's China, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
No, I agree. I wondered if maybe the problem was because all those TikTokers were sort of plotted against Trump at that rally. Didn't they all like buy tickets? or-
Yeah.
I think
Oh
that
yeah,
was-
yeah.
Well, people, okay, so here's the thing. People in USA were saying stuff like, "Oh, we shouldn't. This is a problem." But Trump only really listened when TikTok started dissing.
Sorry. Once TikTok starts, okay, who's clicking? Baz, you may need to mute while you click.
When TikTok started,
I was just sorry. That was my first time that I was typing.
No, it's okay.
That's
That's
fine.
fine.
No.
I'm just telling you. You probably don't hear it the way we do, so that's all.
No, I hear it. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to.
All right. In that case, you're the worst son. I wish we'd never had you. Okay. So, Lord Noodles, what were you saying?
I'm saying that let me think. Yeah, Trump only really listened once people started saying like stuff about him, being like, "Oh, he sucks," which is an opinion which I will not voice my own opinion on because we will not get into politics.
Yeah, politics, religion, and something else. Wasn't there something else? Sex, politics, and religion. I think the things you're not supposed to discuss in public.
Jeez.
Another thing similar to that point was that I don't want to make this about politics, but there was a TikToker who in a video was wearing a Trump hat, and then he got massive amounts of hate for it.
Oh, really? Well, he was wearing like a "Make America Great" hat or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And he got lots of hate for it.
Wait. He's selling merch
yeah.
now?
He's selling merch? I think he was always
Not
selling merch.
It's to support his presidential campaign.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, that sounds like
I wouldn't
merch.
really call it merch.
well, it'll probably be worth money eventually, right? Eventually it'll become like Trump merch. Interesting. So do you think TikTok is is it anti-Republican or is it anti... Do you think it's an
It's so anti-Trump. It's so anti-Trump.
anti-Trump, but
Yeah,
it's
it is.
anti-Republican? I mean,
Most
like, I'm...
things are. I don't know if it's anti-Republican or if most things are just anti-Trump at this point.
I see. So I definitely feel like the arts communities and the artistic communities tend to be...
I'm pretty sure one of the most liked videos is a video of like a dude just standing around, but saying, like this video if you dislike Trump, and then it's one of the most liked videos.
Huh. Well, Jaspin's saying
Yeah.
that they think it was Vex Gaming was saying that they think it was the K-pop army that started it. That's the Korean
Yeah.
pop band
K-pop
stuff.
army.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
YouTube...
No, not K-pop.
And then YouTube started... Then YouTube sort of started by jumping in there as well, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it was K-pop, and
Oh,
then they started sharing
well,
on
I
TikTok.
Well, Stargate Lovers saying that there's a lot of trumpeteers on there as well. Trumpeteers, I like that.
Yes.
It's like mouseketeers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch TikTok on YouTube.
Oh,
Why?
interesting. Like, what, you mean like compilations of it?
Yeah, because
Okay.
my mom doesn't want me to have social media and stuff. And you know what? She's like, if you get a TikTok account, then I have to get one to follow you, and then I have to do this. I'm like, this seems too complicated. I'll just go back to watch TikTok compilations on YouTube.
Well, and you know how much time you can spend. Well, we used to watch a lot of Vine videos on YouTube, right? When Vine went down.
Yeah, but
Oh
then
my
they
gosh.
find-
What the heck was Twitter thinking? Why the heck did Vine was TikTok?
It was the good TikTok because it didn't have all the dumb videos of people dancing. It was just the funny stuff that everyone wanted.
Really?
In
Because
my opinion.
I experimented with Vine when it started, and then when it went down, I was like, wow, I was so surprised that it disappeared because it just seemed like a perfect compliment.
You know what?
Vine?
I think it's more than just the fact that I think the reason Vine was better is it was just a different time too.
Hmm.
Like people were
That's
there
true.
wasn't like think about it. What time was Vine like popular? Okay, let me just search this up quickly.
Well, the funny thing about Vine is, so Monkey Bacon was saying, well, do they not find a way to monetize it? The problem was that I think that the Vine creators came back to Twitter and said, hey, okay, or Vine, and said, hey, we're making you lots of money and lots of views. We want to cut. And they said, nah. And they all moved. They all bounced, right? They were like, well, screw that. I'm not going to make content for free for you guys.
So Vine launched in like 2013. Not
Was that it?
old.
No. When did TikTok show up?
Wait, what? Well, actually, technically TikTok was Musically, but then it got changed.
Oh, right, of course.
But wait, this is crazy though. Like, just to show how popular Vine was, it's like Vine stars.
Yeah,
So there's,
they were
like,
huge
all-
Vine stars.
King Batch, Lily Pons, Thomas Sanders.
Yeah. Was that the
And-
one we used to watch, Baz? Was it Thomas Anders we used to watch?
Thomas
Yeah.
Sanders is
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
When did Vine shut down? How about that? When did Vine?
Let me throw one more thing at you while you do that about TikTok, which I thought was really interesting. So this futurist was talking about this, and she said, look, the other thing that people are working on now is how to change sentiment subtly. Like right now, there's a lot of like bots that go out and with political ads or trying to disseminate misinformation. There's definitely sort of Russian troll bots or whatever, or just troll bots in general. But they're saying that it's possible that the information that they're getting from TikTok might be used to subtly change the way people think about the world. Like, for example, at first, TikTok had an algorithm to not show people who were overweight or,
They used to, yeah.
that unless you sought out. Sorry, Baz, go ahead. I mean, Iron Ham. Abort.
It's fine. People
Yeah.
know my name.
No, that's
People know
true.
my name.
That's
I really
true.
don't care.
All right.
Wait, your name's Baz? I thought it was Bratlet.
Yeah, he's Bratlet to the world. I mean, I think, can they subtly make people treat each other better, Brian Vines? Yeah, that'd be amazing if that would be the case. Bazlet's good. I like that. But I feel like the concern there is things like, was it Baz? Was it you who told me about someone who'd done a video about one of the situations in China? I don't know whether it was like the incarceration of the Muslim population or that certain part of the Muslim population and
Yeah,
stuff.
China did something, and then someone made a TikTok about it, and then it was took down in the next 30 minutes.
So apparently,
Yeah, because it's Chinese, so
right.
makes sense.
It was saying bad about China.
So
And then apparently it was like a really liked video. I never got to see it, but yeah.
Vine ended in 2016.
that's it.
Yeah.
So it was only 3 years. In 3 years, though, it had millions and millions and millions of
Well,
subscribers. right?
I actually don't know if it was only 3 years long or if it was just that it didn't get popular until 2013. I think it didn't get popular until 2013.
Right.
Wait, let me.
Yes, subliminal
when-
messaging. That's the concern. But I would say, look, but you want to talk about culprits for that. Facebook has admitted to changing the news feed to see how people responded to it. So they said, okay, let's just feed people negative news. Oh, look, their mood, they become depressed and unhappy. Let's just feed them fun stuff. Oh, they become happy and get along with people better. Like, they've literally done those experiments and then gone, oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. So talk about subliminal messaging and influence. I mean, like, I feel like this stuff is happening. What I think is important, though, is that, you know, people using these technologies are just aware of it. As long as you're aware that that you might be being fed stuff, and you might. I guess the key is really always question. Like, just always question the stuff coming in. Have you guys seen stuff that's come in and gone like, wait a second?
This is sort of funny, actually. So ByteDance was or TikTok was first launched for the Chinese market in September 2016.
Okay.
And then it was launched in like, it became available worldwide in 2018. But it's sort of funny that it actually became a thing, maybe not in everywhere, but in China in 2016, which is when Vine died.
Ooh. Oh, let the conspiracy theories begin.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
It's a valid.
Wait,
valid
can you
point.
repeat that for me, please?
That TikTok was released at least in China in 2016, which is when Vine died. Which might not be a conspiracy. It could be.
Okay, so you think that TikTok shut down Vine?
No, I never said anything like that. I'm saying that I think either it was probably a coincidence, but it could also be that they knew Vine was popular and they couldn't survive in the market, so they waited until Vine was gone because I think Twitter wasn't doing a good job at managing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they want to get rid of TikTok, they should just give it to Twitter.
They're gonna give it to Microsoft.
Well, I've heard that.
To Microsoft.
Yeah, if they leave TikTok alone, I think it'd be fine.
What were you saying, Lord Chucky? So you think Microsoft's going to buy it? I heard they were thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's confirmed yet, but they might.
I think they're gonna get it too.
Main X is talking about some misinformation that's out there about a police officer that was killed. It was claiming he was killed during the protest, but he's actually killed in a home invasion in November of 2019. Again, this is why. Look, there's a great site called Snopes, which I subscribe to. Which again, people always say like, well, how do you know they're telling the truth? But they usually show their way in, like how they've gone through to see if things are valid or not. So I'm gonna, and I've actually subscribed to their service. I think it's so important because now it used to be. I mean, Brian was talking about here. Brian 3D Brian was talking about the fact there used to be newspapers, and the newspapers would obviously do fact checking and stuff. There was also apparently a paper called Good News that was circulated that only gave good news. But the reality is there a difference? Like, if the newspapers were in charge, then you were only getting the information that the newspapers were sending you, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's just. Let's take a quick poll. Golden Wolf, do you generally believe the things you see on, let's say, TikTok?
Don't believe them?
You generally don't believe them?
Yeah, because a lot of stuff is staged and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you're suspicious of them right away, basically.
Well, on TikTok, yeah, because I don't know. I just feel like I just don't really take it too seriously.
So what else? Are there other things that when you see them on? Well, when you see stuff on the news on television or something, do you tend to believe that stuff? I'm not saying there's a right or wrong. I'm just asking. I'm just curious to know whether you go like.
Well, if it's like the BBC or something, then yes, I would believe that.
Right. Why is that? Why the BBC? Why would you trust the BBC? Out of curiosity.
British, and she's British, maybe.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, if it was like a newspaper, I'd be like, I would question it. I mean, a bit maybe.
Yeah.
But if
well,
it's
the
just
BBC can't take any sponsorship or anything because it's paid for by taxes.
So the BBC's paid for by taxes, so you feel like it's got the public's interest at heart.
Yeah, and also, like, they can't do any advertisements. They can't they can't take sponsorships from other companies. So I feel like it's kind of hard to influence it.
Look, I love the BBC News. I listen to the BBC World News all the time because frankly I find they're really good at educating you as well. There's a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
you know
We listen to that in the car as well.
and in the car as well. Yeah, it's always in the car. That's all we listened to when we were there. We'd always listen to like BBC Radio, whatever is it, Radio 4 that does all the music, which is the one that does all the cool music.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But Pink Ninja, you were saying the same thing. So you tend to not believe stuff either?
Believe stuff, but if I see like the title on a note on a newspaper and it sounds really unbelievable, I wouldn't say it was fake because it's been published and stuff, and that kind of makes it seem real. But I would maybe question it, and if it sounds really unbelievable.
It's an interesting point, though. For some reason, when you see it in writing, even if you see it in writing on the internet, I just go like, I immediately give it a certain amount of like credibility. I immediately go like, oh, really? Like at least you know what I mean? I am a little worried that
Yeah.
my first response, honestly, this is how gullible I am. My first response is like, really? Oh my gosh! And then I start looking and I'm like, what? No, that's whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, who's that? Iron Ham. What do you think? What do you tend to believe or not believe?
I try not to believe what I say.
For the most part, really?
Yeah.
But you are really big on, like, you'll come down with things and say, like, hey, Dad, did you know this? And I'm always like, and he rolls his eyes at me. And I always go like, well, have you checked your sources?
Yeah. No, I do that. Mainly because I do want to know if it's real or fake.
Right.
I usually do that. And, yeah, usually if it is real, I thought it would be fun to know.
Right. Well, I mean, it is, I do want to know the truth. Like, I find truth is stranger than fiction in many ways. Like I find, especially like real stories based on real life are always, I think, more exciting because they're like, oh my God, this could really happen. You know what I mean? Even if it's exaggerated. Lord Chunky, you strike me as someone who would question most of the stuff you see.
Yes, unless it's in like a newspaper that I trust.
Mm-hmm. What newspapers do you trust?
Just like Toronto Star.
Yeah.
Like
local
what's
papers.
the like bigger ones? Like CBC.
You seem like you're like
Like,
playing the drums with the pots and
I'm
pans.
getting lunch.
He's making lunch. We are privy to
Leftover
the.
Indian food. It's really
Oh, nice. Was it homemade Indian food or was it ordered Indian food?
good. We actually went and ate on the patio and the leftovers.
Sherry Punjab?
Yes.
I love that place. That's cool. Very cool. I love a good curry. Okay, so Lord Chunky question stuff. Noodles. What do you got? What do you got for us? Noodles, you must have an opinion on this.
It depends what the news is about. Depends what genre it's in.
Okay, so which ones are there certain genres that you trust more than others?
I would trust if someone's reporting sports. I would trust that. Like if it's about scores and stuff, I would most likely trust that.
Well, that's very quantitative too. Like that's very much about the numbers, right?
Stuff that's very factual. Stuff that's very not like anything that's opinionated or anything that's a viewpoint. You have to be careful about.
But are there specific sort of topics that you find particularly bad at not telling the truth or not believing?
Politics.
Yeah, it's true. Politics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true.
I do not believe like almost any politics I see on social media. It's all.
Well, I
don't know.
Politics is I think you have to get all the information and look at the viewpoint. I mean, if
Politics on social media is so one-sided.
Yeah,
but I have certain political opinions. Like, I get opinions and biases from my parents. Probably,
Right.
I do. I do agree with them, but probably because my parents they're force feeding me. No.
That's right. You don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. Well, but it's interesting though because I just took what my parents taught me at face value. I mean, this is the other issue. This is the whole issue where you get into people of color and indigenous history and all this kind of stuff, where you realize that the history that we were taught when I was a kid was very one-sided, you know? So it's very weird to sort of unlearn that stuff. I mean, I found myself when when you guys were at school doing social studies at school, and I was hearing these stories about, you know, how how the British came and killed all the indigenous. I was like, well, come on. I mean, I read this history. We brought guns, and we and sophisticated means of farming and blankets, and then of course you go like, well, that's because that's the history that I was taught. It wasn't written by indigenous people, right? So I found myself questioning Baz's stuff, and then when I started to look for it, I was like, oh my god, like I've been brainwashed. Like I've been completely brainwashed by the history that I've learned.
So we watched a really good show, Anne with an E, a fabulous show.
Oh, Anne with an E, yeah.
Have you watched it? It's literally like it's not.
It's Anne of Green Gables, isn't it?
If you're looking for something that is 100% true and factual to the books, it's not it.
Oh, okay, all right.
First season is more so like that, but like, for example,
is it based on Anne of Green Gables?
Yeah, it's based on Anne of Green Gables, but Matthew doesn't die, which is nice.
What? Someone dies in Anne of Green Gables? I don't remember that.
Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew Cuthbert, like one of the best characters.
Really?
I've never been into Anne of Green Gables.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry for anyone.
That's fine.
But in the show that doesn't happen.
Right.
Also the first book is like Anne from like 12 to 16.
Right.
It goes by very fast. The seasons, it takes 4 seasons. But what I'm saying with another great thing they've done, I think, is representation. There's gay characters, there's indigenous characters. They have the recent season they did was there's a bit on residential schools, and there's difference of it's basically all about stuff like differences of race and colors. And
oh, that's cool. So
it's all in like.
Thanks, Bertley. Have a good one, Bertley.
Like Anna, I forget when Anna and E is set, but it's definitely not modern times. Like it's Canadian. They're in PEI.
It's interesting because I mean, they were looking at history. Someone was going back. I can't remember who was talking about it. They were saying they were going back through history and looking at stuff and saying like, well, wait a second. Maybe there were people of color in the courts back in the in the 1800s or 1700s and stuff. Maybe there were. It's just that they weren't mentioned. You know what I mean? Because they were just not. They weren't seen in the same light as they weren't seen in the same sort of equal light as we're attempting to do now.
1890s. That sounds right.
Is it 1890s? Is that what it was?
I don't know for sure, but that sounds right. But yeah.
But so does it deal? So it looks into us pushing indigenous people out of their homes and stuff during at this time as well. Is that?
Okay. So it's set in 1890s. So basically, it's like it also does a whole thing with there's one part about like the teacher being a woman. There's another part. It's a
Were
lot.
teachers not women back then?
No. It's not that she's a woman. It's just that she isn't she doesn't wear a corset. She doesn't wear dresses. She wears pants and she does science and stuff. And that's
right.
But, the thing is that's sort of funny with it is Anne is very open-eyed and she's okay with everything. And then Matthew sort of just goes along with it, and Marilla's dragged into it. It's
right.
funny. But
that's
it's
interesting.
All really,
okay.
It's a really good series, and it covers a ton of topics, I think, really well. Maybe I'm not the best viewpoint on this, but
but if it's drawing you in, are you finding yourself interested in that time period and stuff?
So interested. It was we finished the entire series. We watch it as a family.
So were there things that surprised you? What surprised you? So you watched the show and you're like, oh my god, back in 1890s, this existed or this happened. Or were there any things that you were surprised?
Honestly, not. There wasn't many things I was very surprised about. I have actually read the first book.
Oh, okay. So you had a sense of it already.
But I already had a sense of it. But it was good in the way that it strayed from the book, but in a good way. Like it wasn't bad or anything. It strayed from the in the first season. I think the first half of it is very it's more true to the story.
Right.
When at the point where certain stuff would happen, I'd be like, oh no, and because I know what happens.
Oh right. Right.
But then later in the seasons, it gets much more. Maybe stuff happens later in the book series, but it just covers a lot of topics. It's really gripping, and you're always very interested in it. Like,
So it sounds like my friend Amanda Tapping directed a few episodes. So Amanda from Stargate directed a bunch of episodes. She's amazing.
It's just the thing is, like, you just have it. It's like it's just a good show because you have emotional connections with the characters. Like, you get mad when they kill off people randomly, but then you are faced to admit that it actually happens because this is prairie times in 1980, and
it's the life. That's it. Yeah. Hey, okay. Before we lose the London ladies, Pink Ninja news. Any news that you trust or don't trust, or things that you trust or don't like? Where do you get your news from?
I don't really watch much news or stuff. I mean, if the news is on TV, then I'll kind of believe it if it's like BBC News.
Right. Do you do you cover like current events and stuff at school and things? Is that?
Yeah, like in like assemblies, then they'll go over stuff if it's important for us to know.
Like like COVID stuff, or like actual like events happening in the world?
Well, in my school, which
is also in my school, but yeah.
in our like form group in the morning beginning of school. Well, I don't think Lorenzo's group does this, but
you mean Pink Ninja?
Yeah, Pink Ninja. Sorry.
Worst spies ever.
We do
a weekly quiz on the news and stuff.
Oh, that's smart.
And it's a 10-question multiple choice quiz that you do, and you usually do it in teams with our friends, so that's pretty fun. And
the hope is, and are your friends generally pretty up on this stuff, or they're like, or they only know about the TikTok stuff?
Well, it's made by the BBC, so there's usually some stuff about like proper news, and then there's some questions about celebrities or technology.
Oh, really? Oh, you'll do that as well? Oh, wow. Huh.
So there's a kind of big range of questions.
And are the kids responsible for doing this? Like, are you responsible? Sorry, I shouldn't say kids. But are the students responsible for this stuff, or is the faculty doing this for you? The teachers.
What do you mean?
Like, do the teachers prep this stuff, or do the students do it?
Well, it's an online quiz, but
so it's probably
our teacher runs it.
I see. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
He asks the questions, then we write down A, B, or C on a piece of paper, and then he says who the winner is at the end.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, all right. So that makes more sense. I didn't realize it was in a virtual sense. I keep thinking of assembly like a bunch of people standing around. But of course, we don't do that anymore, do we? All right. Okay. So we've covered our whether the news is fake and all. So before we lose the Golden Wolf and Pink Ninjas, is there anything, any news stuff that you found interesting this week before I move on to quarantine trivia?
Well, I'm not sure. This is kind of random, but
we love random. I'm the king of random.
If anyone had any opinions on this new game called Fall Guys?
Oh yeah, has anyone played that yet?
No. I think I might get it for stream because it's a super fun game.
It's kind of weird.
You don't.
Amazing, Jack.
Well, okay, so Iron Ham loves it. Lord Chunky, not so big a fan. Why?
What happens in the game?
You're basically a dude who has to like run around and.
It's a bit like Mario Party Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And it's like
Is it button mashing or is it strategic? What's the?
It's very strategic.
Very button mashing.
No.
That's so funny.
What do you mean?
It's like you guys are talking about
an obstacle course.
Yeah, that's strategic. You have to know when to jump.
Are you sure you played the same game?
Gosh.
It's amazing. Iron Ham and Lord Chunky can disagree on everything.
But like the thing is, you can't even like time your jump properly because there's a delay. They added like a delay in the game, so you can't jump. No.
Wait a sec. You think
get
so?
To the third round every game.
Wait a sec. So part of the game is trying to judge the inherent? Are these on purpose flaws, or are these
Okay, fine.
pauses they put in on purpose?
It doesn't take
Or-
much skill, but
No.
you can't say that it doesn't take any.
No, it doesn't not take any.
Well done.
Although-
So we've agreed. Okay.
I was good at it after playing 2 games.
Okay.
It's
All
not
right.
very like.
And what is the purpose of the game? You just you getting points? Are you getting what do you get for the what? How does it?
Basically, you just survive doing all these challenges until the very end.
Okay.
Hey, Dad, could
And
you
what's it
ask-
called again? Fall Guys?
Could you ask Stream if they'd like me to play it on Thursday? Because that's my day.
I think you just did
Oh.
because they can hear
you're
you.
able to hear us?
Yes. Well, you should be able to hear us. We can hear the. Oh my God! Really? If we've not been able to hear it, that'd be really awful. No, Lord Chunky's. Yeah.
I'm confused. What's happening? What?
No, I was just making sure that everyone could hear the.
Oh, okay.
Could hear Noodles and everybody. We hear everything. Good. Okay. So the Fall Guys. Okay. All right. So we'll have to try that one. Why do you bring it up? Why is that? Have you heard a lot of people talking about it, or?
I've made a Twitch account. Ha 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 ha! I've finally done it.
Wow. Well done. Oh yeah, right. Raccoon's. I saw Raccoon in there. So.
Ha 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 ha!
So Golden Wolf and Pink Ninja, are you playing? Is this a game you want to play, or is this a game you've heard about? Like
Well,
how?
I've just seen Claire streaming it.
Yeah.
And I've just seen like a bunch of people playing it. I kind of like swayed, so
All right.
I was just
Let me-
wondering like if anyone knew about it.
It had 2 million buys in the first week.
Seriously?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. If you have to pay for it, I wouldn't spend your money.
What does it cost?
Wait, did you not have to pay for it?
No, I have PlayStation Plus. You get it for free. That's the only reason I got it.
Wait,
Oh.
it's on PlayStation Plus for
Yeah.
free?
Yep.
Okay, I might get it then.
Well, you can sign up
it's
for like.
worth getting for free.
Really?
But I wouldn't spend
It's
your money.
like $20, but I have a gift.
That's
card
why
that
it's so
I have.
popular. That's the only reason it's
Of
popular. 'cause, like,
course.
it was kind of not a very
No,
popular game
it was
before.
Hey,
on
K-pop
People could get
Dad.
it for free.
As if
It
on
wasn't
cue, we've
very
got
popular,
K-pop Dad
you
here.
know.
K-pop Dad says it's $20. Thank you, K-pop.
Yeah, $22 or something.
Let me throw this at you. If you want to make some money on the stock market, I would say go onto YouTube, see what the big YouTubers are playing, like what games they're bringing back, and then buy stocks in those companies because it is amazing. I can almost tell what Baz is going to play next based on what he's been watching on YouTube. Like, what is the one that's just come back, Baz? You said was like came roaring back because one of the big YouTubers started playing it?
Stocks for One. They made a
Oh.
new video on Subnautica,
Subnautica.
and
Oh,
it
Stocks for
came
One, I watched
back
Stocks for One.
with a huge booming.
So Noodles, you've seen Socks for One?
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Subnautica is doing that. So all of a sudden,
It's so
Subnautica
good.
sales go through the roof again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Do you think someone's paying him? Okay, yeah, let me do the news questioning on this.
Sponsor. He wasn't sponsored.
But what if he was?
He wasn't.
What if he gets a cut of all the sales? And
He wasn't sponsored, Dad.
See, it doesn't get a cut of all the sales. They couldn't do
He
that.
just gets a crap ton of views.
I'm just saying. I just
He just wants to play it.
I'm not throwing out conspiracy theories. I'm just saying that this is something to consider, though, right?
No, and I fully understand what you're saying, but
Something to consider. That's basically how all conspiracy theories start. It's something to consider. I'm not 100% sure.
I have
but
no
you have to
basis.
consider it a possibility.
I have nothing to back up this theory, but this is what I think could be happening. But I'll tell you, that would definitely be a way of from a stock market standpoint. If I was somebody investing in the stock market right now, I guess I am. I would look. I would definitely look and see what games were available to be like what companies made what games and see if they were. Like I invested in whatever company it was that made Overwatch when it first came out because I was like, oh my god, this is a great game. Blizzard, yeah. This is a great game. People like it. I play it with my son. I enjoy it. People are doing like
David,
Yeah.
David, you don't give up your. You're not supposed to give up your secret techniques to all these people. You have to keep all these stocks for yourself, don't you?
Here's the reality. I think that the stock market is basically gambling. I don't care what anyone says, what training they've got, what information they have. I don't think anybody 5 years ago could have said, 2020, I'd invest in PPE equipment and online learning. You know what I mean? Or
I got
video
10
games.
channel points. Ooh.
Nice. Channel points.
I don't know what I did, but I got them.
Good job.
You're allowed to do special bonuses with them.
Whatever that means.
No, I know that.
When
I
you
know.
figure it out, tell me because I'm so lost on Twitch. Still to this day, I'm just okay. Baz basically taught me how to start the camera, stop the camera, and even that I can screw up. So,
No, but But
And the very basics of voice.
All right, so Claire is playing Fall Guys.
I'm gonna play Fall Guys on Thursday. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so you'll play Fall Guys on Thursday. Will you play it on the Xbox so everyone can play with you?
No, I'm playing on PC.
Well, a bunch of people on PlayStation play it.
Yeah, most people
you got a
play it
PlayStation,
on PlayStation because
It's free.
and also because of aim assist.
There's
It's
no
so
aim
much
assist.
easier. Yeah, there is.
There's no aim assist.
Yes, there is.
There is no. What do you mean?
swear to
What is
there
an
to
aim
aim
assist?
at?
What does that
What is
mean?
there to aim at? Is there anything to aim
No,
at?
for like jumps and stuff. There's actually aim assist.
There's no aim.
Oh, there's an aim assist.
There's delay.
Wait a second, there's
no
aim assist in built into the. He's claiming that
There is
people on.
not. It is excuses for PC players not being good at playing. If a
Ah.
PC player dies to any sort of console player, it is because of aim assist, hands down.
Ah,
No, 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 no.
It may
interesting.
be that you can
No,
precisely
no,
point
no.
at something.
All right, so Baz, do you have information that truly backs this up?
What backs it up?
I have information that truly backs it up.
What do you got? What do
Really,
you got?
Let me just recall super quick. There we go.
Recall. What?
I'm playing League.
Oh, I see. All right.
what's
Okay.
happening? Because I went to get a cookie. Now
Oh yeah, and now we're having an argument. Well, no, because apparently there's like a battle going on between console and PC players, and the PC players are saying that there is aim assist, so it helps you
Yes,
with
it has
aiming.
a slight aim assist.
Right.
Very small.
I see.
It barely makes a difference.
It has a slight aim assist, but it also slows down the way you look, so it's easier to move.
Oh, thank you, Nightbot. Yes, please
So it
do
reduces
go and
your
buy
sensitivity.
Tech Bandits merch. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Get-
It's easier on console. I've heard. It's easier.
Says
Well,
people
that's
who
just
play it
because
on
of like
PC.
racing games.
Yeah, and
It probably
also,
is easier on console.
It is easier on console.
Well, some things are easier on console anyways,
Like-
aren't they?
Yeah.
Just because they're better, like from a design standpoint, they were
But
designed for that,
basically
maybe?
every other game. No, that's not how much easier it is. That's just it
Hmm.
runs better.
Do you notice a big difference? Like if you were to play, are there games? Okay, what's a game you can play on the PC and on the PlayStation, Chunky?
I can play Overwatch on both.
Okay, so Overwatch on both. Do you notice a difference in the gameplay?
Yes.
Yes. People
You
are
do?
way better on computer.
Yeah, people are
And-
way better on computer.
It's so much easier to aim on computer.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's just
So
Say
much.
that again, yeah.
okay. All right, so that's interesting.
Because you have so much more ground.
Wait a second, you couldn't find the masks. Jaspin couldn't find the masks. I think there are masks, depending on where you are, Jaspin. I think you can get them through the Spreadshirt shop as well.
wait, you're selling masks? I'm gonna go to. I need more masks for middle school. I'm just gonna go to middle school decked out and.
Oh well, you know.
Bandits first.
Well, I'll talk to me. There's a local company that like Vistaprint here that you can design your own masks. In fact, you can design your own mask if you want to. But if you want Tech Bandits ones, I can order a few extra ones if you want. If people want Tech
Nice.
Bandits ones, so Jack designed one that's
Or you
just
can order them.
the big mask. That's just the big face, the big open mouth of the raccoon. So when you put it on, it looks like you've got a giant raccoon face with like a
Yeah.
So yes,
Also,
well,
I've learned out how to use emotes, so now I put a squid in the chat.
I know I love the squid.
Or an octopus. I don't
Octopus,
know.
yeah, it's true. It looks more like an
I think
octopus.
it says because if I press like
Oh, it says squid there.
one,
Wait, is that
You-
still a thing that if
yeah.
you have Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime?
Yes.
good.
Amazon Prime is now Amazon. They've now called it Amazon Gaming, I think, or Amazon Game. Like they're actually changing it. Oh God, Noodles the raccoon's making sushi out of icons.
So I need to figure out how to link my
wait,
mom's
if you
account
type
to
in
this or
Squid
something, so I can
One-
do
Wait a sec, one at a time.
So I
What's
can
going on?
subscribe.
Noodles, carry on. What was that? Sorry, no. Chunky, what were you saying?
Squid one,
Oh, sorry.
then you can type in squid two. Wait, I'm testing something.
All right, you test. Let Chunky talk.
All right, I need to figure out how to link my mom's Twitch. Or not
Go
Twitch
now,
account,
sorry.
like
Oh,
Amazon
are you heading
Prime
out?
account, so I can. Bye.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
the London ladies are bailing. Look, thank you so much. Thank you for the big argument about the Fall Guys. We may see you online playing that with your aim bots.
Yeah.
And love to the family, of course, please.
It's not Autobot this time.
I'll tell you, we miss you guys. We just miss you guys a ton. We should be there now, but we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, big hugs to the entire family. Socially distanced. Well, no, you don't have to socially distance. Just give him a big hug and a giant wet kiss, especially your dad from me. Make him really embarrassed. All right, lots of love, guys. See you soon, ladies. Sorry, ladies, not guys. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, London Bandits. I gotta say, I'm very flattered that they join us because they're totally different time zone, and I'm too far away to really guilt them. So I'm very happy that they join us. All right, let me throw a couple other things in here. There was this one.
I've learned that. Thanks, Bronze Scale.
Has anyone played this quarantine trivia game? So there's a University of Waterloo. I got to put it in the chat. I mean, there you go. So this is it. So this is a University of Waterloo student has created this quarantine trivia game. There was an article in the CBC that says basically it was another one of those young wonderkind creates a video game that battles quarantine misinformation. And I was like, well, it looks like what the Steam Sisters were doing, but just like the Steam Sisters were doing that with head injuries, right? They had remember they had that quiz thing, and they'd say what's the best way to, how do you treat a head wound or whatever it is, or they had a bunch of questions about that. But this trivia game, I thought was a really great idea, but it started making me think, wait a second, I see a lot of these kind of things. I see a lot of things like, oh, the best educational game for learning this, that, and the other. But when I see Baz playing games, I've yet to see any really good. The animations are cute on this. If you want to try the link, the animations are cute. I like Dr. Pixel and the coronavirus thing. But the question is, do they work? Like educational games. Are there any educational games that you're using that actually you think work?
I don't know, but I'm trying this one right now.
Okay, all right. Tell us what you think of this. I'll tell you what you think of it.
Go to the top of the page and press the home button. Oh. Okay, A.
All right, so Noodles is going to give it a go and let us know what she thinks. I love the idea behind it. My question is whether kids would become... The whole point of using video games to teach people stuff is that the games are fun to play, and then you learn by playing the game. But almost invariably, none of the games seem very good to me.
Oh, Prodigy's fun.
Prodigy's good? You like Prodigy?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for the thing with it is it's fun for a bit.
Yeah.
Like all games, and then it's I just want to, because the problem is at some point it's I don't want to battle these people with math. I just want to get to the storyline.
Yeah,
this is why I don't like it.
Baz just gamed it the whole time. Gamed the game the whole time. He was constantly
you could just change the game mode on how hard you want it to be. You could.
Well,
you wanted.
If you start the game, just because that's because you can choose what grade you're in, and people choose when they're in grade 6, grade 1.
Yeah, that's what Baz was doing. Prodigy, yeah, it's battle math.
I think it's because it's meant for a range of ages, but people just use that to their advantage.
But given the opportunity to play a game, you don't exactly gravitate towards educational games, do you?
No.
Or do you? Because that was my next question. I was thinking well, wait a second. Yeah, that never worked. Then I started going wait a second. I've got these friends. With a friend or an acquaintance, I guess, who does, who makes video games for doctors. And I think I showed this to the Bandits one year, maybe last year.
Yeah, I saw that on the thing.
It's pretty freaky. You're literally able to try out, to see what it's like to try to intubate someone. So someone can't breathe. You find a flat space, you put your phone down, it creates a patient for you, and you have to put the right tool into their mouth to open their mouth so they can breathe again. Or you can go into their heart and do heart surgery. Or you can do intestinal surgery. You
know what? I sort of want to do that and just I'll completely butcher it, and then I'll just have this bleeding body on the ground and be like, what am I gonna do?
But even that, yeah, hack it. Try it out. See what it does. I am so interested in this stuff because I think that it's such a great way of learning. If I could learn by playing, it used to be I had to read books to learn stuff. I used to do the 21 days to learn how to program in C and all that kind of stuff. Now I watch tutorials, and it's so much easier. I just kick back, watch the tutorial, go down, try it on the computer, have one on one screen, one on the other, like Baz does with his gaming. Why not do the same thing with, that's learning. It just makes a lot of sense to me. What if I could play a video game and come out of it and be a pro in something? That seems brilliant to me. So that's what these Level X folks are doing. These are all apps that you can run on your iPhone or I believe your Android device. I know the guy who runs the company, and so if we're interested in talking to him, I can bring him in and he can chat with us about it, or I can do an interview with him and just record it for later if people are interested in this. So check out Level X. It's amazing. It's one of those companies when he was talking about it, I was like, I want to join. What can I do? Do you need actors? I don't know. What can I tell kids about it for a living, or I want to join this revolution because they've used the video game graphics as real as possible. It looks, you're sending things down people's throats and pulling out nails, or pulling out or cutting out tumors, or opening up blocked blood vessels and stuff, all on your phone, and it's legit info. Like that, like doing it on the phone doesn't mean you could do it in person, but at least you would understand the basics of it, which is kind of neat. I could be an actor in underwear laying on my stomach as the patient. Perfect. That's not fun. Die Fuel. Berserk Ragnarok is saying that I could be an actor in underwear lying on my stomach and getting the various different things done to me. Yeah, I think that could be difficult. What do you think of the COVID? Yeah, so what do we think, Iron Ham?
The game? Okay, so I'm playing it right now, and I've actually learned some things.
Okay, what have you learned that you didn't know before?
It asked that, how long does it take? It asked, what in COVID-19, what's the actual virus called? And apparently it's called SARS-CoV-2. Here, I'll just put it in Twitch chat.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, you're in Twitch chat. Yay! Oh, this is so much easier. No, I know. I forgot about that, though.
Because, wait, look at this. Now I can do...
SARS-CoV-2. Is that the full name for it?
Yes.
I just call it COVID-19. It's just easier.
Well, that's what the actual virus is called.
But but is it I guess it is a respiratory. Interesting. Okay, so you found that out. What else? Anything else? Any other surprising things? And how is the gameplay?
So far, well, what I'm doing right now is the trivia game, and I haven't actually, because it suggests you do that before you play the actual game. So I'm doing that right now.
But isn't it all a trivia game? I thought it was all trivia. Pac-Man, what did you discover? Did you find anything out by play? Is Pac-Man? Are you playing it as well?
Pac-Man.
I finished round 1 and I'm on round 2. Woo.
So okay.
I'm doing pretty good this actually.
I mean, do we want to? Should I share? If I share my, can we see us? Can we see me getting it all wrong? I guess we could. Is there a way to do this?
Okay.
Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I display capture. No. What if I do window capture? I could see how that's set up. What if I do this? If I do, see if I can share my window with people. That could be kind of fun, actually. All right. So if I do this, I might be able to actually pick the window. How cool would that be? All right. What have I got? It doesn't want to let me do that. Oh, that sucks. I got to figure this out. Okay, maybe another time I'll have to do this. Show windows with empty names. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Do that as well. There you go. I've got it. Okay, I think I could do this then. I think I could share this. Okay. So if I go to my display, if I go to my window capture now, where does that go? Dun dun! Wow, it's way too big. Let me make that a lot smaller for everybody. So this is the game. Let's see how bad I am at this stuff. I'm going to be pretty bad at it, that's my guess. Oops, that's the wrong one. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done?
That's on the right thing, but...
Okay, wait a sec. That's the Hewlett one. Let me get rid of this for a second. I see. I made myself very small. Wow, that's terrible. Why would I do that? What a disaster. Okay, so if I do window capture and bring that down beneath that, how would that work? How does that look for everybody? That's a little better. I still need to make this much smaller, don't I? Let me do this. Here we go. So we can see what's going on. There we go. Okay, so this is the... Oh, wrong one again. I've changed the wrong one again. All right, is this moving that now? Okay, that's the right one. Okay, oh my God, this is so confusing. All right, everybody, hold on. Isn't this exciting? I will solve this. Okay, is this the one? How's that? Okay. So, in this pixelated world full of viral particles, our hero
Can you
is...
do it with a cool voice, David?
What was that?
Can you do it with a cool voice, like?
Do I really? All right, okay. All right, there we go. Cal will love this. In this pixelated world full of viral particles,
No, Dad, stop.
our hero
Please.
is
God,
Dr.
stop it.
Pixel,
Please,
who uses
no.
various articles to
Please.
destroy viruses.
End
Help
this suffering.
Dr. Pixel succeed in the mission to save the Pixel world from this newfound virus. There you go.
Batman.
I'm Batman. It's true. It's Batman playing Pixel World or whatever it is. Okay. Please choose an option below. We recommend that you play the quarantine game before the New World Phase 3 round or bonus round. Controls. Scroll to the top of the page. Press the home button if using a mobile device, whatever. Scores for all the rounds in total will be calculated and given to you at the end of the game for comparison with friends, family. You can also see your score at the end of each round to keep track. What do we think? Is this worth playing with everybody? Do people want me to do this?
Yeah, sure. Should we? I have a question. Should we do this with the Twitch chat too? Like, do it all together?
Yeah, why not? They can help me out.
Yeah, well, I'll stop playing my round, even though I'm very far in the game. But
All right, very good. All right, so what am I doing? Press A.
Press A.
Press A. I'm pressing A. Okay, ready? Pressing A. I have pressed A. Nothing happened. All right, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to click on A. How's that? Okay. How to play. This game will take 10 to 15 minutes. I don't have 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, we do.
During this trivia, you'll be presented with 3 rounds, 15 questions each, split into smaller categories. You can answer only up to a maximum of 3 questions wrong throughout the question. Oh, you mean I get booted out if I get it wrong? So you guys better help me out. If you answer more than 3 questions incorrectly, you will be unable to advance to the next round, so please play again. When you answer a question correctly, you'll gain 10 points. Yes, 10 points! And move on to the next question. When you answer a question incorrectly, you'll be redirected to an explanation to the correct answer, and you gain 0 points. What the heck? What happened? Why did my...
What if we?
All right, here we go. Okay, for some reason
Question wrong already.
I guess maybe. Okay, so I'm playing that, but then it started another...
Just press A. Press A again.
Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to continue. When you get 10 points from the 0, occasionally you will see underlined text to question. You may click links to more information. Okay, very good. Okay, so round 1. Let's start off easy. You'll be presented with 15 questions.
It didn't take that long for me. Basically, to summarize for people that cannot translate how fast David was talking.
Well, they can see the screen too.
Yeah, but
I like the little figures.
no.
Dr. Pixel's on the way to fight.
There's 3 rounds there's 3 rounds. Each have like a general theme. 5 questions in each round. You cannot get more than 3 questions in each wrong.
Or you get booted.
If you get more than 3 questions in a round
die.
wrong, then you have to start again.
Right.
You get 10 points for every question you answer correctly, and you lose 10 points for every question answered incorrectly.
All right, let's play it. All right, so continue. Round 1. General knowledge about COVID-19. You'll be presented with 5 questions on this topic. Here we go. Everybody, COVID-19 is the name of a famous car company, a country, a disease, or an animal. Well, obviously, it's an animal.
Disease.
Okay.
Bruh.
So David thinks COVID-19 is the name of an animal.
Absolutely.
Is correct.
I'd swear my life on it.
I think we should pick disease. Who votes disease?
Yeah,
everyone?
fine. All right, fine. I'll do your silly diseases. It's more fun to get them wrong. Okay, where am I? I've lost the game. I've got the wrong screen. I've got the wrong window. Do you still see it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Because I don't. Here we go. Okay, I got it back. Okay, so so I've done that. We think it's a disease. I think that's probably right. Good job. The name is short for coronavirus disease, and the number 19 indicates the year 2019 in which the disease was first recognized, identified, or discovered. What the heck happened there?
I did learn that, actually. I didn't know, but COVID-19 is so it's
For 2019.
coronavirus disease. So COVID-19 is short for coronavirus,
So it's just this round.
and
No, it's
19
not
is
short for
short
coronavirus.
Wait a second.
coronavirus disease. Sorry,
What?
but the
More
COVID
importantly-
part, and then the number 19 is 2019.
Wait a second. So more importantly, what is that Dr. Pixel doing? He just sprayed himself with something.
No, he got he got spray. I think he's sanitizing.
What did he
himself.
sneeze? Oh, he sanitized. Okay, all right. I thought he'd sneezed on himself. I was like, that's not smart. Okay, what do we got? What is the name of the coronavirus that causes the COVID-19 disease? E. coli.
Oh.
It's got to be that. E. coli does everything.
I know what it is. We know what this is, don't we?
COVID-2,
I
Corona,
put it-
SARS.
I put
or SARS-CoV or SARS-CoV-2? I think we just answered that one, didn't we?
SARS-CoV-2.
Did you get this
SARS-CoV-2.
right though? Did you know
I
this?
got this wrong. I said corona because I was like SARS. Isn't SARS a different disease? So,
And isn't SARS? Why wouldn't it be SARS if it's SARS-CoV-2? Is SARS and SARS-CoV-2 completely different diseases?
they're different, completely different, and also it's sort of like when you have a multiple choice answer. There's one that could possibly sort of correct, and then there's one that's actually completely correct.
Okay, all right. So the most accurate answer would be SARS-CoV-2, we think.
Yes.
All right, we're going with that. Making us geniuses. Hey, and he gets a party. All right. Okay.
Yay!
All right. So far, the graphics are stunning. What kind of graphics card do you think I need for this, Lord Chucky?
Well, I claimed a bonus.
Okay, what is the source of the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus? Unknown, but most likely an animal. Dumpsters. A laboratory or plants? I think it's... Wasn't it an animal?
Animal.
I think it's an
Yeah,
animal.
it was. It was
Sorry,
a
guys, I
bat.
have to go now.
No,
I'm
it's
getting my...
unknown.
Oh, wait a
but
sec.
most likely
Hang on a sec.
animal.
Noodles. Hang on a second. What was that?
I have to go now. I'm getting my braces on.
You're getting... Wait a sec. You're getting braces put on?
Yes, I am.
Dude.
Oh,
How long for?
I don't know.
Okay, listen, Jack.
Yeah.
Advice. After you get them put on,
Wax.
eat food. Okay, eat like a big meal. Like especially if you're hungry, because they're gonna start hurting after a while.
Or eat before
So-
you get them put on.
So you're not hungry?
That is true.
Eat
But-
lots food.
I ate after. I'm just saying you can't eat after you get them put on.
Are they
And then,
metal ones
like,
or clear
right
ones?
After. If you eat them.
I don't know.
Right,
They have to like...
They start hurting like about an hour after, like an
They
hour.
tell
or
me
two
what I'm gonna get when I'm there, so I'm not sure.
Huh, okay. So you're not sure exactly, and is it all like full braces, the whole thing?
I don't know.
All right, well, good luck, buddy.
after. Top and bottom.
I probably need top and bottom because both.
Yeah, well, Baz is there.
I need braces in like December, but my teeth don't grow back. So once I pull them out, they're like gone.
Yeah, Baz's teeth are like just
That
drop.
didn't stop them from yanking 7 teeth through my mouth, and about a month later, putting braces on, even though half my teeth were
Oh
missing.
my God, really?
Oh, what you do is you aggressively wiggle them, even if they're not supposed
Baz-
to.
They didn't tell
And then
me
they
which
will.
ones I was supposed to pull out, though.
Baz is amazing at
All of
aggressively
them.
wiggling.
Just
I gotta
get rid of
say.
all of them.
Pac-Bum,
I feel like if they're able to move like a tiny little smudge,
Baz will tear them out.
I
I
just pull
work
them
on
out.
it.
I don't care.
Well, look, Lord Chunky, thank you
Is that
for.
why you pulled it one of your adult teeth?
Yeah, could you imagine if you pull out the wrong tooth by accident?
His
All right,
adult tooth is a little bit loose.
Lord Chunky, good luck. Let us know how it goes, and keep an eye out for any cool tech at the orthodontist if they got anything good. Like I don't know, like maybe
Oh,
they.
yeah, it doesn't hurt getting the braces on.
Oh really?
So.
Yeah, I know. It's like glue, so.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it? Is
yeah.
that it? They just glue?
I did.
I'm just worried. How do they get them off if it's glue?
Oh, how they
Do they like
just
heat it up or?
I guess
I
they
think
dissolve
yeah,
it.
I think they actually use UV light, I think, to cure it.
Pac-Bum will
Dissolve
know.
it.
Hey, Pac-Bum, how do they get the teeth? How do they get the braces back off again once they've got them on? Because if they're gluing them on, solvent, says Bronze Scale. They just pour acid in your mouth. Here, drink this acid. Pac-Bum will know. Hammer and chisel. Oh, really? No, they give the braces a quick twist. Oh, that's it? Really?
Really? So I could take them off myself then?
Acid is not a solvent. No, but it would sure burn through it. They use special solvent. All right, interesting. Okay, well, look, we'll keep us posted.
Well, alright.
Good luck.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Fine.
All right.
I will try my best to enjoy.
And we'll try to get 100% on this test. Okay, so what do we got? We're correct on that one. Next up is, what is the source of... What? I just did that. Oh my God. Okay, unknown but likely an animal. We did that. Did it again. Yeah, whatever. Okay, next. Which of the following is a popular conspiracy theory not backed by any scientific evidence?
5G cell towers cause corona.
Is they not... Oh, they don't have that in there. They
I'm
should.
pretty sure it's A.
SARS-CoV-2. Am I allowed to say COVID-2 or is it just SARS-CoV-2?
I think it's CoV-2.
Okay, so
But you can say
SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus that causes COVID-19 is, boy, there's a lot of names in there, is man-made, and the pandemic is a conspiracy that originates from a laboratory.
A laboratory. A laboratory.
Laboratory. The SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus that causes COVID-19 is a naturally occurring virus with unknown roots. It is likely that it originated in the wild animals and more specifically, bats. I heard about bats. I heard bats. The law of thermodynamics. What? The law of thermodynamics. All of these answers are correct.
A. It's A.
Well, wait a second, but the law of thermodynamics doesn't apply, does it?
Yeah, but it's A.
Is man-made. It's a popular conspiracy not backed up. I'm assuming yes. Yes, I would agree. I would agree. Definitely A. We got it. We're right again. I want to get something wrong just to see what Dr. Pixel does. All right, everyone's going for A. Hello, Doug in London. Hello, Joe Gibson. Okay, how long can SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus stay alive on surfaces?
Oh, this is a tricky one.
All right, couple of seconds to a minute. Few hours to several days, depending on the type of surface and environmental conditions. More than 10 days, at least a week. Wow, I don't know. I'm guessing it's a few hours to several days. That would be my guess.
Okay, do whatever you want.
I'm leaning towards B. What does everyone else say? B? We're going with B? What do you think?
No, yeah.
Noodles.
I don't know what the answer is.
What do you? Oh, you already know the answer?
Well, I've played this far.
Okay, all right.
I don't see the answer they told me in there, but I don't know.
All right, I'm going with B. It is A. What? It's A? Couple of seconds to minutes. I thought it was several days. Let's see. Hey, we were right. We were right. Dr. Pixel he's going to drown. He's covered in so much sanitizer.
When I picked it, it said it was wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, obviously it likes us more. Round 1, Category 2, COVID-19 and infection. You will be presented with 5 questions on this topic. All right, what do we got?
Oh, I was bad at this round.
Okay, COVID-19 can infect seniors, children, adults. All of the answers are correct. I would go with that. I'd go all, right? Because we know that. That's one of those. That was something that was put out I hear about that all the time. All right, people who are at higher risk for developing severe illness from COVID-19 are older adults, people with respiratory conditions, a word that I enjoy saying, people with diabetes, people with other pre-existing medical conditions.
What do you think?
I'm tempted to say all of the answers are correct.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah?
It actually is right.
I'm going with E. Oh my gosh!
The thing is, when I did it, I didn't actually see E.
Wait a sec. If we win this game, do we get coronavirus? What happens? The virus is...
No, you're trying to cure... You're answering these questions correct so you can try and cure this person.
Oh, I see. Okay. So the virus is known to spread mainly from blank to blank contact. Cat to person.
To cat.
It's got to be cat.
To cat.
Cats are the root of all evil. It's got to be cats. Cats to persons. Person to person, dog to cat. I think we know the answer to that one. I'm going with B. I get a roll of toilet paper, says SBR 300 blackout. Thank you. That's just what I need is a roll of toilet paper.
Oh, I saw a funny
I'm on a roll.
This person was driving down the road and they're like, "Stop, Justin, stop!" And they ran out of the car and there's this porta potty that had been turned over and there's a roll of toilet paper in it. It's like, that's valuable. It's nowhere else. Get it.
Grab it and run. Wait a second. Why is Dr. Pixel's eyes gone red? He's turned into a zombie. Is this a zombie plague?
He's giving you love heart eyes.
Oh, those are love heart eyes. Oh, I thought they were infected zombie eyes. Okay. Been playing too many other games. The incubation period is the amount of time, incubation period, the virus can live. Someone is sick for between catching the virus and having symptoms of the disease, or is it the period it takes for the virus to enter the body and cells in lungs? Incubation period is the incubation period the virus can live, that someone is sick for, between catching the virus and having symptoms of the disease, or the time that it takes for the virus to enter the body and cells in lungs. I'm going to go with D. What do you think?
I think yes.
Although incubation period could mean...
It could be yes.
It could be C, though. It could be C, although, yeah, I think maybe it's C, because I'm thinking that incubation period applies to everything, not just this virus, right? Because my fear is that there's not always symptoms, right? So maybe I'm being too tricky. I'm going with C. Right! Right again. Okay, that's interesting, though. So, okay. Oops. Why is it? Okay. Currently, we estimate the typical incubation period for COVID-19 to be 24 hours, 2 days, 1 to 5 days, 1 to 14 days, 20 days. 1 to 14 days. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh my gosh, we're like the COVID kings. Okay, nice. What's next? Category 3, round 1, category 3, symptoms of COVID-19. You will be presented with 5 questions on this topic. Bring it. Bring it on, Dr. P. The most common symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, dry cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, pneumonia in both lungs. Most common. It's got to be all of them because I've heard of all of them. I didn't realize you. Pneumonia, really? I had pneumonia as a kid. My God, I got rushed to hospital with asthma-related pneumonia. Does that mean I'm a prime candidate? All right, I'm going with E. I am right. Presenting the listed symptoms does not necessarily mean that you are infected by the disease, and you may be infected without displaying these symptoms. Follow the advice of a qualified healthcare provider for proper diagnosis and testing. Good point.
Good one, Dad.
All right. What else we got? Less common symptoms of COVID-19 may include aches and pains, yeah. Nasal congestion, runny nose, yeah. Sore throat, yeah. Diarrhea too?
Yeah, all of the answers are correct.
You think so? I think so too, because I can't think of any one of them being... All right, I'm going in.
Because...
What a horrible sounding disease. Sorry, what was that, Iron Man?
It's just because you have a sore throat, right? But you also have B, so that means it has to be all of the above.
Okay.
Else it couldn't be any of them.
Yeah, good point. All right. People with fever, cough, and difficulty breathing should drink boiling hot water. Oh, well, obviously, that'll kill everything. Go to work.
Perfect.
Yep, that's a smart thing to do. Seek medical attention or ignore the symptoms. Well, you know what I'd do?
Seek medical attention.
I'd ignore the symptoms.
No, go to work. I meant
No, drink boiling hot water.
While going to work and ignoring the symptoms. That's
yes.
They should have.
Ignore the symptoms.
They should have all of the above.
Drink hot water. Yeah.
B. If I'm sick, so is everyone else.
Exactly. All right, I'm going with C. Seek medical attention.
If I'm going down, I'm taking everyone with me.
That's it. If I'm not going to make it, no one will. Fill in the blank. People with no symptoms of COVID-19 blank the disease are safe from the disease. Of course they're safe from the disease. Cannot spread, never spread, may also spread. I
realize the reason I'm answering, like,
you know,
first on these things is because I can hear the audio earlier.
I'm thinking that I should go with D. But here's the thing. And this is an interesting thing that came up actually in my notes for this little chitty chat. One of the problems with educational games is because there's no one overseeing them, they can be wrong. There can be information that's not correct in the game. So you could actually not only be not learning, but you could be learning the wrong things.
Yeah, but with this sort of thing, if people think you can spread it, even if you, that just basically means that you can be asymptomatic.
Right.
But if you think that you can spread it, even if you don't have symptoms, then you're not going to go out as much, right?
I guess what I'm saying is, it says here that may also spread. I was under the impression that asymptomatic people can absolutely spread it. But I guess...
Yeah, but that's the thing. They always word it.
But given these answers, and maybe they just don't know for sure, but I'm going D. It's true. Zinetux says that learning the wrong thing is worse than not learning. It's true. Okay. COVID-19 can be spread via surfaces, droplets in the air, coughing, sneezing of someone with the disease, someone who may show no symptoms of the disease. All of the answers are correct. I'm going with E. Noodle the raccoon's going, ee! Noodle's raccoon just saw a mouse. Ee! All right. Okay, so we're just like killing this.
We're just killing it. I don't think we got anything.
Can I, wait a second, if I get something wrong though, then I want to see what he looks like when he gets something wrong. Maybe we'll do it again and get everything wrong. Congratulations, you've reached the end of round 1 with 150 points. Out of 150 points so far, your total score will be presented to you at the end of the game once you complete all 3 rounds. With the help, with your help, Dr. Pixel was able to, oh, here we go, wait a sec. With your help, Dr. Pixel was able to build a house so the little Pixel can physically distance from others and stay safe from the virus. There you go. I don't know about that house. It just looks like a wall to me.
Batman meets COVID-19.
Yeah. Bat COVID. Okay. Round 2.
Actually.
Oh boy. Time to turn it up a notch. You'll be presented with 15 questions split evenly into 3 categories for this round as well. Try your best to answer them correctly. All right. What's going on here? Dun 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 dun. Okay, what do we got? That's Stargate music. Okay, here we go. Next question is Baz, social distancing and hand washing. You'll be presented with 5 questions on this topic. All right, come on, Iron Ham, help me out. It is important to stay at least 2 meters. It's 2 meters, right?
Yeah.
It is important to stay at least too many meters away from anyone who are not self-isolated with,
Just unplugged.
and also from anyone who is sick or may have COVID-19 symptoms. Okay, so 2 meters. There you go. 6 feet. Done.
Stream's lagging.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Which of the following is a safe greeting to use while practicing physical distancing? A bow.
Okay, I'm back.
A nod. A wave. The Vulcan salute. All of those are great ways.
Vulcan salute.
If they said the best way, I would say the Vulcan salute. But I would actually go with all the above because you're not shaking someone's hand or anything like that, right? Okay, great work again. Thank you. Fill in the blank. It has been recommended that most people avoid non-essential travel, blank, and stay within their local communities. Non-essential globally, what? What's that? What? It has been recommended that most people avoid non-essential travel, something, and stay within their communities. Okay, so let's try putting this in the sentence. It has been recommended that most people avoid non-essential travel, and all of the answers are correct, and stay within their local communities. Or,
Yes.
it has been recommended that most people avoid non-essential travel globally and stay within their local communities. It has avoided people avoid non-essential travel for recreational purposes, for visiting friends and family. Yep, I would say all of them are correct. But strangely positioned questions, I would say. And I'm not sure that... Yeah, anyways. Okay, all the above are correct. Done. The outermost layer of the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus is made of something. Okay, wait a second. Without looking, lipids? Which is why using soap or alcohol-based cleansers is effective in destroying them. Starch and proteins, fats and proteins, that's what I mean.
I'm pretty sure it's fats and proteins.
Is it fats and proteins or fats and water? I could get this
What does
wrong.
everyone think? Chat, we need
Yeah,
help.
what are we thinking? I'm thinking fats and proteins, B, but it could also be D, I think. Noodles is going B, Jaspin's going B. I know B or D. And thanks,
Ooh,
Pac-Mom.
I think my name changed color.
Fats and proteins? Yeah, all right, let's try that. Fats are hydrophobic, so probably not water. Yeah, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, let's try fats and proteins. Going with that. Fantastic! We're right. Thank goodness. Fats and proteins make up the cell walls. Oh, right, of course. Right. That would make sense, except yes, right. Done. Agreed.
I'll say A to be different.
I confuse even myself. Yeah, Doug in London is just like, I just want to be difficult. And it's London, it's not London, England, by the way. It's London, Ontario, right? According to official sources, how long should you wash your hands with soap to completely sanitize them? More than a minute, at least 20 seconds, less than 10 seconds, 2 minutes.
Yeah, John, I think it's a bit broken because when I chose one of the correct answers, it said...
Wait a sec. More than a minute. It's definitely more than a minute. At least 20 seconds. That's going to be wrong. Less than 10 seconds. That's going to be wrong. 2 minutes? Is it 2 minutes? More than a minute. I'm going with more than a minute. What do you think? At least 20 seconds?
Yep.
Really? I guess that's at least 20 seconds is good. That means you shouldn't do it less than that. So yes, go ahead. I'm going with that. B. Genius! No matter how long you wash your hands for, the important thing is to clean them thoroughly and often. And a good song to sing while washing your hands, click here. Do we really want to do that?
No, don't
Yes.
look there.
Wait, we could
Give you like a virus.
It's like a virus song.
Oh.
Wait a sec. If I do this, paste. Let me see what song it comes up with. Pink Thong.
I'm Baby Shark.
Oh, come on, not Baby Shark. Oh my God, Baby Shark while you wash your hands. That's awful. Okay.
Baby Shark, do.
We should do that heavy metal one. Remember the heavy metal one we had?
Baby Shark, do.
That's it. All right, not Baby Shark. Okay, round 2, category 2, masks and respiratory hygiene. You will be presented with 5 questions. All right, here we go.
Not the Baby Shark, nothing but Baby Shark.
Would you call this a game? I wouldn't call this a game. I would call this a trivia quiz.
It is a quiz.
I know. I mean, I guess the game part is that she programmed. Look, I'm not saying what she's done is bad. I'm just saying that I feel like old people tend to get so excited whenever they hear the idea that kids might be doing video games that can help people. you know, a cloth covering your face, ideally protective mask, is recommended to be worn when going out in public, caring for someone who's sick. A and B are the correct answers. Preparing food at home. What?
A and B are the answers.
I guess you have to go. Yeah, it'd have to go A and B.
It's gonna give us like a thing that says A and B are the answers. Obviously, A and B are the answers.
Right, but it does also make sense. Like when you're out in public, you wear a mask. When you're caring for someone who's sick, you wear a mask. Preparing food at home, I guess, as if no one else is sick, I guess it's not a problem. So A and B.
My mom brought me blueberries, and I didn't realize.
Ah, but did you wear a mask while she was preparing them?
No.
All right. The protective face covering when going out in public is best suited for the purpose of preventing the spread of virus to others. You may be asymptomatic, infected, but have no symptoms. Avoiding catching the virus, making a fashion statement, or keeping warm. I think it's actually to stop other people from getting it, right? Isn't that more of the... I'm trying a... Yep, you know it! Woohoo! I'm nailing this. N95 or medical grade masks are intended to be worn by children under the age of 2, healthcare professionals, kitchen staff at takeaway restaurants, retail and hospitality workers. I think it's healthcare. It's healthcare, right? Right again. But again, just because these answers are in this game, I would like. What has it been backed up by something? Who knows? Are we sure that these are the right answers? I think they are, but you know, there is a proper method for washing your hands, wearing and taking out protective masks, coughing, sneezing. All of these answers are correct. Yeah,
all of them.
Proper ways of doing all of those things, I'd say. Sneeze all over everybody. Lick your hands before you take off your mask and after. Not a good idea.
It wasn't me.
All right, what do we got? Thus far, they're all correct, and I've read papers on the subjects. Fantastic. Thank you, Bronze Scale. Okay, what is an example of good respiratory hygiene? Properly disposing tissues after use. That makes sense. Bending your elbow in front of your nose and mouth while coughing and sneezing. Right, Iron Ham? Yes, Daddy. Using a cloth to cover your nose and mouth in public places. Yes. Washing your hands after using a tissue or before touching your face. All of these answers are correct.
Oh, yeah. It's a full-time job. It's right. It's F.
It's a full-time job. It's true. We're going with E. Continuing. What else are we at now? Round 2, category 3, other preventative measures. Okay, here we go. Have we finished this thing yet? God, this has been 15 minutes. It feels like 15 hours. Which of the following is ineffective in protecting against COVID-19? Cleaning, frequently touch.
Let me think. I think we started this. I think I looked at the time. Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, wait a second. Which of the following is ineffective? So it does not work against when you're protecting yourself against COVID-19. Cleaning, frequently touch surfaces often. I think that's probably a good idea. Drinking alcohol is always a good idea. Using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer for cleaning your hands. Good idea. Using soap and water to wash your hands. Well, I would do all of it, but I'm thinking that the one that is ineffective is probably the alcohol. Good job.
And it doubles.
Yep. Okay, so according to the CDC, that's the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, how often should you clean and disinfect regularly used surfaces, such as knobs, desks, etc.? Wow. Every 2 weeks, every day, daily, every couple of days.
When you need to use them?
I'm guessing daily.
How long do you need to clean?
How often? How often do you need to clean?
I thought it said how many times should you use the knob or desk? I'm like, when you need to use it?
Whatever you do not use the doorknobs or surfaces. I'm guessing daily because we've just said that it can last, it can last for a while, right? So I'm guessing we should probably do it every day. I'm going with daily. And we're correct. 100%. That fly, I swear to God, there's a fly or a family of flies that have moved in here and they're total camera hogs. They keep buzzing by. You know what I'm saying? All right, taking antibiotics. Which of the following is not effective against COVID-19? Taking antibiotics, wearing multiple masks, eating lots of garlics, vitamin supplements. None of these choices are effective. Yeah, none of them are.
Guys, you have to eat tons of garlic, okay? It would work.
What are they? We try not to be a vampire? That keeps people away, but I'm not sure that it's effective at that. All right, okay, so... All right, here we going. See, this is... Okay, so talking about a game, get on with it. Hurry up. And look, again, this information is all great. There's only a few things that I've been surprised at, to be honest. To prevent infection and slow the transmission of COVID-19, you should not. But I'm also a germaphobe who's been reading about this since before people even locked down. So, to prevent infection, slow the transmission of 19, you should not refrain from smoking and other activities that may weaken the lungs. What was that?
All of these?
Smoke, drink, and partake in activities that may weaken your immune system.
Everything? This is everything.
Basically, practice physical distancing. To prevent the infection and slow transmission of COVID-19, you should not. What should you not do?
I think practice physical. Wait.
Well, no, because you
B?
do want to do that.
Smoke, drink, and partake in any activities that may. I think E because. B. Everyone's saying B though.
Slow the transmission. I guess you should not smoke, drink, and partake in activities that may weaken your immune system. I'm guessing.
Oh, so it means like slow like COVID-19 from actually affecting you?
Oh, wait a second, but partake in activities that may weaken your immune system. What do you mean, like drugs and alcohol? I mean, is that what are they saying there? I don't know. This is a weirdly worded one because I could go A or B on that, but I'm going B. Almost there. All right, so we were right on that. That is a weird question. Can I just go back to it for a second?
I think it's all of the above, sort of. Or,
well, no,
can
to
someone explain the
prevent.
phrasing? Can someone explain?
Well, they're saying you should not. So they're saying what does not prevent or slow the transmission of COVID-19?
Oh, okay. Okay, see, that makes sense now.
You should not do what if you want to prevent the infection? That's a weirdly worded one, I got to say. Okay, what's next? Almost there, it says. I go continued. It says the best way to avoid catching COVID-19 is by avoiding exposure to the virus. I'd go with that. By not practicing good hygiene, by layering masks and gloves, by visiting all your friends' houses and gathering in large groups. Okay.
All of them are correct. E all the way.
Yes, you should definitely do all those. The best way to avoid catching COVID-19 is by avoiding exposure to the virus.
Obviously.
Dun, dun. Correct again. Congratulations, you reached the end of round 2 with 300 to 300 points. One more round? Holy mother, this is never going to end. Okay, final round, 15 questions. I'm doing this fast. Here we go. What do we got? Okay, round 3. COVID-19 and malaria. Really? I don't know anything about that. Why is the World Health Organization concerned about countries affected by malaria during the COVID-19 pandemic? Is it because A, previous disease outbreaks have shown that countries affected by ongoing diseases such as malaria can have very disrupted health services at such times? A new model-based analysis finds that deaths can double in countries affected by malaria due to not getting the proper treatment material in time as a result of COVID-19. And there have been many disruptions to the amount of supplies available for malaria treatment globally due to COVID-19. I'm glad we waited for this. I'm glad we waited for this because I did not know this. I hadn't thought of this.
I think D.
I think D too, because it sounds like COVID is affecting people with malaria in a not direct way, but because of its sort of prevalence. That's right. We were right. Okay, fantastic. Okay, how many countries currently affected by malaria are now also affected by COVID-19? This would be a total guess. A total freaking guess. How many countries?
I would say 60.
60? You'd say 60? How many countries currently affected by malaria, though? How many countries have malaria? That's only got to be, it's basically, isn't that mainly not tropical or subtropical, or it's 45, 60 countries? I don't know. It could be, I'm thinking it could either be 15 or it could be like 70. I don't know. What do we think? Bronze scale says 45. Got another vote for 15. All right, what do you think? All right, Ironham, what do you think? Your pick of this one. No, he's not. Is he listening? We'll find out. Ironham,
I'm here.
What are you thinking?
Meeting, so,
What are you thinking? Which one? How many countries currently affected by malaria are now affected by COVID-19? 45, 60, 70, or 50?
By malaria, 45.
You're going 45? 45 it is. Oh my gosh, we got it right and we just guessed. 45 countries with malaria. Wow. Which of the following are true regarding the World Health Organization's advice on the use of...
James Gurney has to go.
Oh no! James, you should have already done this. I wish I could stick around for this, but it seems right up my alley, but I'm too busy in the lab. All right, you go, buddy. Enjoy your new lab with your not Millennium Falcon test tube holder. Everybody, say goodbye to James Gurney. Goodbye, James Gurney, who should really be doing this test. Actually, be cheating. I actually didn't want to look at... Whoa, what? Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. What happened? Wait a sec. What? Okay, which of the following are true regarding the World Health Organization's advice on using chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine drugs used for treating malaria. They are recommended for treating P. vivax malaria by the WHO. I don't know. They are not recommended for treating COVID-19. There are ongoing trials, but there is yet to be evidence shown in favor of the drugs. Both B and A are true, and they are effective in protecting against COVID-19 and are recommended for treating. No, I don't think they've got to that stage yet. I would either go B or A.
Or
I'm going with A. I'm going to try C because I think as Noodle said before, if you've got that choice, chances are that's what they want you to press. And we're right. Thank you, Noodles. All right.
You're welcome.
Category 3, round 2, influenza, COVID-19. You will be presented with 4 questions. All right, here we go. Which of the following are similarities between the influenza viruses responsible for the flu and the SARS-CoV-2 virus responsible for COVID-19?
I have to quickly ask my mother a question, and we'll be right back.
Don't cheat. Don't ask her the answers. Okay. They both cause respiratory, lung, and breathing-related diseases. Yeah, I would buy that. Both viruses are contracted and transmitted by contact and or respiratory droplets. I would buy that too. COVID-19 may result in asymptomatic people, whereas the flu does not. I would buy that. A and B are correct, or A and C are. I would go A and B.
Stand up and
I am standing. What's the joke?
A man walks into a bar. Clank. It was a heavy metal bar.
Oh boy. Okay, so man walks into a bar. Clank. It was a heavy metal bar. That was the joke today. Thank you very much, Alexa, for that. I'm going with what did I say? A and B, I think, right? A and B. Hey, Ironham, A and B. You thinking the first two?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just muted because Mom's on a meeting.
Oh yeah, no, totally. That's great. I get it. I totally get it.
I'm back, so I can solve all the questions.
All right, so A and B. I'm thinking A and B on this one. Which of the following are similarities between the
We're
influence?
still stuck on this one.
Well, no, I was waiting for you. I don't want you to bail on the last one. That's not fair.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna go. I think A and B. They both cause respiratory diseases, and both viruses are contracted, transmitted by contact and/or respiratory droplets. I did not know. I didn't know that I wasn't sure whether the flu had asymptomatic symptoms as well. Right. So I'm gonna go with A and B. Let's see what happens. Right on! Woo! Okay, what is or are some of the major differences between influenza and COVID-19? COVID-19 can spread faster than influenza. I think that's part of the problem, isn't it, that it spreads really quickly? Influenza can spread faster than COVID-19. Oh man, I don't know. I thought COVID was pretty fast. We currently have vaccines and antivirals against influenza, but not against COVID-19. I know that's true. Children are more important drivers of COVID-19 spread, whereas they are not in influenza. I don't buy that.
That's unknown.
I would go A and C because, as Noodle says, if it has one that says 2 answers, you should go with that one. And she's right.
Oh, great.
All right, select the true statements from the following. Hand washing and good respiratory etiquette are recommended for both influenza and COVID-19. Yes, I think that's true. COVID-19 causes a higher number of secondary illnesses in the affected individual than influenza does. I think it does, right? Because they say it causes complications. As well as being susceptible to it if you have complications, it also causes complications. Antibacterial medications should be effective in treating both influenza and COVID-19. No, it's not a bacteria, it's a virus, right? Only A and B are true statements. A, B, and C are all true statements. I think it's just A and B. Yeah?
I heard C.
We agree? We're in agreement? Iron Hat? What do you think? Well, because it's not a bacteria, right? The whole point of it is that it's a virus, not a bacteria. If one good thing comes out of this whole COVID-19 thing, it's that more people understand the differences between bacteria and viruses now.
I honestly have no idea.
Really? Well, wait a second, but you would agree that hand washing and good respiratory etiquette was recommended for both, right?
Pardon?
So hand washing and not sneezing on other people, that's good for both diseases.
Yeah.
And then COVID-19 causes higher number of secondary illnesses, which is what kills people, right? Though they get like secondary...
Yeah. Well, no. From the video that I watched of James Gurney's on that channel...
Kurzgesagt? Yeah.
Yeah, Kurzgesagt. What it does is that it just makes your lungs system really, really bad. So then
Right. So your weakened system could then be attacked by other viruses or bacteria. Okay. So we're going with A and B then. Ironham has spoken. And Iron Ham, as always, is correct because he chose the best dad, too. The influenza pandemic of 1918 is commonly known as the Spanish flu because Spain was the first country to report influenza and it had a free press at the time. Interesting. Okay. The influenza virus only affected Spain. The influenza virus only affected Spain. The influenza is a Spanish word for the common flu. Oh, that's interesting. Spain is the country that got hit the hardest during the influenza pandemic of 1918.
Gonna say.
And the influenza virus originates from Spain. No, I know it didn't originate in Spain. In fact, I think.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was what people used to say or assume. That's why when people call it the Chinese COVID or Chinese, like, that's why I get angry about that because I'm like, well, wait a second, it's possible it's from somewhere else. We don't know for sure where it's come from, and why would you add something to the name of a disease that affects everybody to make it seem like it's somebody's fault? That's all. I'm tempted to say that maybe Spain was the first country to report influenza as it had a free press at the time, because I think that wasn't there like a war going on and they didn't want everyone freaking out about how many people were dying of it? I'm going to go with A. That's my guess. What do you think? Anybody? Noodles?
Yes.
But you understand what it's saying, right? Basically, the newspapers were kind of locked down, and it was all about trying not to spread bad news to people. Whereas Spain may have been. I'm hoping that this is the reason. I'm hoping that it's A. How's that? Here we go. A it is. Oh my gosh, we're right. We are so good at this. Does this mean we can become doctors? Round 3, category 3. COVID-19 and animals. You're presented with 3 questions. This is not a 15-minute test. But anyways, this is exciting because I'm learning stuff that I didn't know. I didn't know that about Spanish flu. Which of the following statements are true regarding pets and COVID? There is relatively low evidence of COVID-19 transmission from pets to humans. Ooh. A small number of pets have been reported of having COVID-19, usually after contact with a human who had COVID-19. It is always a good idea to maintain healthy hygiene habits for animals, even at home. All of these are correct answers. I would say, yes, I would go with D. Because I have heard that pets have got, cats in particular, because they're evil, have got COVID. I find it impossible to maintain healthy hygiene habits. Like our dog was sick again last night, so was outside, going to the bathroom, was Jackson Pollocking all over the back of the lawn.
Yeah, I think it's D.
And then so in order to not have to keep getting up and going downstairs and taking her out whenever she needed to go, which was quite often, Baz slept on the sofa and I slept on the floor. I've got to say, one of the best best sleep between wake-ups and no neck pain, no back pain. I'm lying on the floor all the time. It's great. All right, so I'm going with A.
Yes. Are we talking about sleeping on the floor now?
Yeah, I like sleeping on the floor. Okay, D. We're going with D. All right?
That's really cool.
Baz, are you happy to go with D?
Baz is muted, remember?
Yeah, but he'll come back. He's muted, but that means he can hear us. Yeah. He just can't talk.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so you think that's fine? You know all the pet stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
And we're right. Okay, if you're interested in tracking how many animals are currently reported to have COVID-19, I kind of am. Actually, Noodles, since you have you're not sharing your screen, do you want to have a look at that link and see if you can?
Sure.
Can you?
Put in Discord or something.
Yeah, if I do this, is this the link? Was this it? Let me see. I'm clicking it. I'm copying the link address. I am deleting what I just tried to send. I think. Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah, Twitch or.
Here we go. I'm putting it in the Twitch chat right now. Ready? Pasting. Yeah. Here you go. That should be the link.
Just waiting a sec. And okay, I'm gonna look at that quickly.
Aaron Cross. What's this? What are they saying? This. By the way, you're not supposed to let your dog and maybe cat lick you. He can give you a skin disease. I know, but they do anyways. She licks my frickin' face all the time. Lick my frickin' face. All right. Fill in the blanks. According to the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, people with COVID-19 should avoid their something pet. Sharing food and bedding with a pet. Being kissed or licked by a pet. Petting and snuggling with a pet. A and B are right. All of the answers are right. I don't want them to all be right.
I don't know what this I don't know if I can figure out how many pets have COVID because it has like size like 9 text and like on every little like what causes COVID-19 and
Oh,
then
is it
it's
too
like
small?
1, 2, 3, 4 like 4 paragraphs.
Huh.
It's just a lot of reading. I don't know if I
Okay,
can
I will
find
read
it.
it later then. That's fine. That's for future
Keywords.
reading.
Keyword.
Uh,
Pets.
what do we think though? Do we think sharing food and bedding probably a bad idea? Being kissed or licked by probably a bad idea. Petting and snuggling with that can't be bad, can it? A and B are correct answers. I want it to be A and B, so I'm going to say D. Right?
Okay.
Is that
I
all
think
right?
it's E, but
You
I
think it's E? But I want it to be D, so I'm going to click on D. Ah! Hey, we finally got it wrong though. I just got it wrong so we could see what happens. And what happens? Dr. Pixel runs away and the COVID gains on him. I see. Okay, all right. According to the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, people with COVID-19 should avoid all of the things listed. Sharing food and bedding with their pets, being kissed and licked by the pets, petting and snuggling the pet. Hence, the correct answer is all of these correct answers. For more information, please click here. Wait a second, but if one of the answers was only A and B, then that can't be correct. Whatever. Okay. All right, fine. I got one wrong, and it's my fault because I just wanted to, you know, I can't hug my parents. I'm gonna hug my pet. Which of the following statements are true regarding animals and COVID-19? Although
I think David, I think what it's saying is if you have COVID-19, don't like hug your pet or share stuff with your pet.
If you
because it could
have the
probably
disease, I see. Yes, okay, that does make sense. Brian, BV3D, Brian Vines 3D, definitely has the right answer. The correct answer is do not have a pet. Baz, did you hear that? Like I said, I don't want a dog, but we have a dog now. All right, what do we got?
Yeah, just admit you like Huzzah.
I love Huzzah, but life was a lot easier without Huzzah. Okay, which of the following statements are true regarding pets and animals? Regarding animals and COVID-19. Although we do not know the exact source of the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus, similar coronaviruses were found in rhinolophus bats.
Bats.
I keep hearing about bats, but we'll see. People suspected with or known to have COVID-19 cannot harm wild animal populations and may interact with them freely. What? No. The source of the virus is an animal, and it is mainly transmitted to humans through animals. Nope. A and B are correct, or all of these answers are correct? Really? I don't know. A and B.
A.
I don't know. I think it might just be A. Yeah. Although we do not know the exact source of SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus, similar coronaviruses were found in the... Okay, yeah, I'm doing that too. A it is. Yes! Last category. Oh my God. They meant 15 hours, right? Not 15 minutes. Importance of correct information. You'll be presented with 5 questions on this topic. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, which of the following is or are factors that may cause or add to how wide and fast misinformation about COVID-19 can spread? The anxiousness, nervousness amongst people. Yeah, that's for sure. The curiosity and desire to find answers during rapidly changing times. Yeah, that makes sense. How fast the COVID-19 pandemic has appeared, evolved, and escalated. That's true. A and B. I'm going with all. Wouldn't you say?
All.
Yeah. Because that's... Oh, too late.
There's no...
It's too late. I was right.
Yeah.
It was too late. I was right without you. Okay, what do we got? Which of the following can be possible consequences of misinformation about COVID-19? Increased load on the healthcare system. Yes. Harm to your own immune system due to following wrong, harmful advice leading to increased chances of getting sick.
You can get COVID-19 right off the bat. Oh. Seriously?
Right off the bat? What? Right off the bat. Oh, no. Oh, that's awful. And brilliant. Like, first, right off the bat, we have to say... Anyway. All right. Which of the following can be possible consequences? Increased load on the healthcare system, harm to your own immune system due to following wrongful or harmful advice, leading to increased chances of getting sick. Yeah. Or also like drink bleach. Wasn't it like some idiot said that you should drink like lots and lots of alcohol, like really strong alcohol, like 100% alcohol. And of course, there was immediately an uptick in poisonings and people getting sick and going blind from drinking like pure alcohol. It can further the spread of COVID-19. It can further, trying an ineffective or harmful home remedy for COVID-19? Possible consequences of, yes. So, I see. It could lead to someone trying an ineffective or harmful home remedy for COVID-19. Yes, all of these are correct. I'm going with that. Like inject bleach, exactly. That's not generally a good one. Or swallowing a UV light. All right.
David.
Yes.
This is crazy. since we've been on the stream so long, even halfway through the stream, I already have 280 points. Ha 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 ha.
Nice. You're
Nice.
gaining what? These are like Twitch points.
Yeah, I just got 10 extras.
Yeah, whatever you do to people, do not inject UV light. Which of the
And
following
then I
are...
can claim bonuses. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, we've lost her to Twitch forever now. Which of the following are examples of conspiracy theories or hoaxes, false information, about COVID-19 that have gained popularity in some countries? Chickens, poultry, chicken, are somehow linked to SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus. I've not heard that, but that would be a bad one. Followers of a specific religion are immune to the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus. Seriously?
I would not say that would not be a thing people would say.
You don't think God is going to work against COVID-2? If you are,
I don't think so.
if you are a person of a specific ethnicity, you are immune to SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus.
Yeah.
That ain't something I would jump on. The SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus and the pandemic have something to do with 5G networks. You were right. You said they'd bring that up.
I think E.
Yeah, because they're all freaking crazy.
I would not put it past people to be like, if you follow our religion, you won't get COVID.
Look, I mean, there's people who I see, if you walk down, Danforth, you would see stores that sell vitamins and stuff that says, immune boosters and stuff like that. They don't help you.
They don't work.
All right. Correct answer. Woohoo! Where are we at now? What is the likely reason that companies like Dettol, a British brand of cleaning supplies, mentioned that human coronavirus on the back of their manufactured products? Dettol is a threat to humankind and is planning on establishing rule over the human population. They planned this pandemic. Of course! It's so clear now. Crystal clear. Dettol is somehow connected to a larger body of organizations that are collectively evil. And they knew about COVID-19 far before anyone else in the world did. To state their products are effective against previously discovered coronaviruses, SARS, MERS, etc., rather than the one that is currently responsible for COVID-19. None of these are right.
I think it means, I don't know. Maybe
Why does it mention the human coronavirus? Nope. To state that their products are effective against previously discovered coronaviruses, rather than the one that is currently responsible for COVID-19. I'm tempted to say go with C.
Yeah, me too.
Because
what does everyone think? I think people are going with C.
I'm going with C. And we're right. Oh my gosh. Only one more question left. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm going to search up Dettol quickly.
Dettol? You don't know what Dettol... Oh yeah, Dettol is... it's like a disinfectant thing, right? Okay, before...
Everyone search up Dettol. It's just the face of pure evil.
Is it? Before she had just like some of the big glowing eyes come out, only they're not hearts this time. Okay, before sharing a post, article, link, or advice, you should check where the claim came from. Yes. How the contents of the claim are designed or designated to make you feel. How you might check that the content you are sharing is true. A, B, and C are correct. It is not important to check anything, and sharing such information cannot put others at risk. I feel like we know the answer to this one, right? This is actually a really important thing. Baz, or Ironham, I should say. Dope! Secret. This is something to consider, I think. So I'm going to ask you, Baz, when you come in and say, oh my God, did you know this? I'm going to say, where did the claim come from? How are the contents of the claim designed to make you feel? And how might you check that the content is true? I'm going to ask you.
WHH check.
Done. It's a good one to end on. It's true. Congratulations. You have finished the Quarren trivia. To continue. What's next? You've scored 420 of 450. If you enjoyed the game or learned something, feel free to screenshot and share with friends and family to play the myth versus reality bonus round.
Oh, this is just like...
To go to our links and references page, please click here. And to return to the home page, please click the home button at the top of the page. If using a mobile device, you need to press X in the top right corner. All right. Well,
I thought we were going to get to play like a platformer where you beat off coronavirus by solving questions.
Well, this is the funny thing is, so the way I read about it in the CBC, the news broadcast made it sound like it was like really a game. This is just a trivia thing. Nothing just about it. It's really important. I think it's like, oh, did I get it? No, I didn't get it. Shoot. Stupid fly. like, I think what she's done is she's done an amazing job. She's put this together. She's got the word out there for people to do it. Like, it got our attention. We started doing it. I think that makes a lot of sense. So let me go back to the way things were, like this. I will drag this out, and you shall see me back in my...
Another 5 minutes.
Another 5 minutes? What do you mean?
For, points.
We've only got... Oh, you need 5 more minutes? Okay, I think we can buy you 5 more minutes.
No, I mean, I got another 5 minutes, so I got another...
Oh, I see. Dettel. There you go. This is a nice picture of Dettel by Noodle the Raccoon. Thank you. Okay, so here is... So there's a couple other things that came up in my little email, if I can find it. Here we go. Which I thought was interesting. So first off, Level X. I don't know if I linked this before. I'm going to put it in again just in case. You got to check these out. Everybody go download these, go play them, go do some surgery, have some fun. You could do, there's like, there's heart stuff, intestinal stuff, respiratory stuff, amazing stuff.
Oh, your microphone just glitched there.
Mine did?
Yeah, it was like,
Oh, really? Well, that's weird. How very odd. How very strange. The chat is hidden. No, it's not. Not anymore. It's not. Okay, this is too long even to be educational in some ways. You will lose too many people. Yeah, I agree, Pac Mom. And it's one of the things that they talk about. So I'll post my notes because there's a bunch of stuff here that I think is worth talking about that we haven't had a chance to get to. One of them is just the idea of how do you make games educational? And there's a really great series about this done by... they are called. Let me just look them up again. I don't know why I can't remember their name because I watch them all the time. Extra Credit, which I love, and this is about like the problems of games in education. Not that they're a bad thing, but just that you just need to be aware that they're not. Just because you say a game is educational or you make an educational game, it doesn't mean it works. So there is the video for that, which I would again suggest people have a look at. I love Extra Credit. They're amazing. Just an amazing resource. And they're fun. They do little fun little animations, and they've got a good sense of humor to them, and they're not too dry. And they're not too long, as has been pointed out by Pac Mom. Look, yeah, I don't want to like brutalize this poor woman's game. I just think the media has jumped on this and said like, oh my gosh, a game. Someone who's young made a game, and it's about coronavirus. Oh my gosh.
It's too long to be a game kids would actually be interested in. I'm bored of it.
Yes, I was bored of it, and you know how mature I am.
Long, and if they would make it more fun if they made it shorter, or they would make it more fun like if it was kind of like Prodigy, where like you gained COVID points or something. I don't know. But I just think you don't get any reward for doing all these questions.
My brain's a bit broken. My brain's a bit broken right now.
Yeah, there's like too much. It was almost too much. I almost wonder if you wouldn't be better to sort of like. So how would you design it differently? I would say split it up. Maybe have like once a day you get a question. If you answer it, you get points, and you collect your points, and then you could like trade it in for a hat or something, or Oh my gosh! The fly is on the Stargate cam. Did you see that?
No.
It's messing with me, man. It's messing with me. I'm being haunted by this fly. It just crawled around the inside of the what I'm now calling the Stargate fly cam.
Well, I feel like what I would design too would be like a platformer game. So you like jump, like you move through a 2D like pixel platform, and you have to like stop viruses. And in order to like stop a virus, you have to like you have like a thing like a vaccine, and you shoot the virus with the vaccine, and then you have to answer a question for the vaccine to work. And if you answer incorrect, and like you get sick or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
and maybe there's like high scores where like it's like you scored this many points in this round,
Polite Canuck Race is a really good point. Where the best learning games are the one you don't realize you're actually learning anything. And one of the ones I brought up here, well, other than the Level X stuff, is, and they just released it, was the Flight Simulator. Like, you're basically learning how to fly a plane. It has, they've gone through and made that as close to flying a plane as possible, various different planes and stuff. You can choose to sort of ignore that stuff and just flap around in a plane, but you could also, if you want to, sort of learn how to control a plane. I mean, I'm not sure I would want to jump in a plane with somebody who's just done that, but the idea that the simulations might be the way of doing it. I mean, Level X are basically simulations of surgery. Flight simulators, obviously simulations of flight. You know, do you think that kind of approach would be better for something like that? Like simulations? Which is why I put in this stuff about the HoloLens as well. So HoloLens is allowing you to be in a classroom and like take you'd be able to look at the coronavirus and zoom in on it and see how it works and maybe see how it connects or attaches, how it attacks a person or the cells that it attaches to, and then how the immune system responds. So you're basically able to visualize this stuff in a way that you weren't able to do before. Which I think is kind of interesting. People have obtained their license by learning with Flight Simulator. It has lessons. Yeah, wow. There you go. So that's it. Hobby pilots, or lots of hobby pilots who trained on MS Flight Simulator. So there you go. So that's what a great way to learn. So hey, Ironham, you want to learn how to fly a plane? We could totally get Flight Simulator and learn how to fly a plane. Jane will love this because Jane actually took lessons.
Really.
You know that you're...
I'll do it with you, David. I'll learn how to fly a plane.
That's great. I would trust you flying it way more than Baz. Anyways, Baz would be too busy going like, hey, you can crash these things?
I play Fall Guys and then fly.
You could do parachute guys and jump out of our plane.
Yeah.
Cal hasn't been talking much.
Jaspin and Pac-Mum, you might want to look at that video by extra credits, because there's a couple of other ones. There's another one here. I'll give you another link to another one that they did, which is sort of like how it could work. Really simple things, which I thought were great. Like the one that really struck me was, and see how the bandits feel about this. Instead of giving people, like, everybody comes into a class thinking that they know stuff, and then their marks are taken away from 100% until down to whatever the score, whatever their final result is. What if instead, with the gamified learning, you just build to the 86%, or build to 90%, or build to 60%, because then at least you feel like you're accomplishing something to get where you're going, as opposed to losing that perfect sense of, it's like you come in with 100 and you come out with a number below that. Why not come in with 0? We all come in with 0 and we all try to get up to the certain levels. Even that simple difference in the approach to education might be a really smart, a smart way to something that we could take from gaming. That
like reading levels.
Like reading levels. Is that what it does? Reading levels as well?
Well, with reading levels, it's like once you finish, if you can read these 3 books, without this, then you move on to this level. Like if you do a test and then you know.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought that was such a simple little thing that made such a difference.
Should I
What else have we got here? Let me throw in a couple more things.
It is almost 1:30.
It is. Do you need to go?
No, I'm just stating a fact.
Are you just saying I'm allowed to escape if I want to? Well, let me talk about 2 other things that come up here. One is this HoloLens and the idea of augmented reality, which I am really excited. I am more excited about augmented reality as opposed to virtual reality. So instead of putting goggles on that just block out everything and then recreate the world, why not use what we see in the world and have the glasses add things to it and interact with it? I much prefer that idea. That is much more exciting to me.
Come on, in Rec Room in VR, apparently you can slice through goblins.
Well, there you go. I mean, you could do that. I mean, look, I'm not saying that VR isn't very cool. It just happens to make me sick right now. I imagine it'll get better. Then it won't make me sick, but I get motion sickness. But
you do? I don't.
Brian Vines, you out of here? Brian, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. You go grab some lunch. I should grab some lunch too, but I'm going to finish this first because I want to. I like augmented reality much better than our current augmentative reality. Yes, or argumentative reality. See you, Brian. Thank you much. All right. So I've included a little video here about how they're using HoloLens in education. I will put that in the stream. And again, I apologize to our patrons. I did not get this stuff into that before I went to bed last night. And then this morning I hadn't slept all night. So what do we got? So that's the HoloLens, which I am very excited about, I gotta say. I mean, it needs to get smaller and less dorky looking, but I think it's kind of neat. And the last thing, which sort of shows you the immense power of gaming, the United Nations has a video game initiative called Playing for the Planet. And the idea is like, how do we get gamers and game companies to help save the planet? Like, can we learn things about? So there was a couple of ones that I didn't have links for them, but if you follow through on this link that I'll put in now, you've got. Did I get the right one there? Is that? There we go. Is that? No, that's what I wanted to do. Whoa! Yoinks!
At the front door.
And someone's at the front door. Oh my God! It's all happening at the same time. Baz, could you go handle that, please? Because Mum will be in a meeting, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Thanks, bud. You rock. So yeah, $3,500 for the HoloLens. That's insane. So it's got to get cheaper, or Microsoft has got to give them to me for free. The idea of it is just so amazing.
David,
yes.
David. What sort of dirt do you have on Microsoft? What's the easiest way to blackmail them?
I don't know, but they were really nice. Like, they put me in touch with Xbox Canada, and they gave us those. Remember these beauties here, the assistive controllers for Xbox and for Windows. So that's Xbox gave us these. But a HoloLens is. I played with the HoloLens at a big data conference a couple of years ago, and that was the original one, and I thought it was awesome. This is gorgeous. And talk about learning stuff. Imagine being able to walk up to a plane, and then up comes all the information that you need. Like, oh, that's where the fuel goes. You better check this first. You look up there, you get the wind speed. All this kind of stuff would just be so cool.
What did I do?
What have you done? What have you done now?
Something weird's happened. Okay, wait. If I reload, will it? No. What?
Warrior Worth. Thank you very much.
I did. Look. You can look at that things that shows you all the code for everything. I think I did that by accident. Oh, why are you? There we go.
Thank you very much to the fabulous Warrior Worth 1000. I'm very glad you could join us. And this is unfortunately I don't do a lot of Stargate stuff on Wednesdays and Fridays because this is our tech bandits, in particular today, gaming bandits. But thank you very much. I will obviously try to jump in when I can with things. Everybody, welcome Warrior Worth. I believe new to the game here. Google Glass. Oh. I gotta say, I had so much hope for Google Glass. I thought I was going to be able to add Google Glass to my glasses. I didn't like the whole glass hole thing, as they used to call the people who wore them. But hello, Winterpeg.
Winterpeg.
It's what is it? Mnemonic Man. Well, that's a hard one to say. But welcome, Winterpeg, and K-pop Dad's back. All right, you're welcome. Glad to be here. Very good. I think it's a nice bunch, Warrior Worth. I think you'll enjoy the chats that you can get into here. Southern California, look after yourself, K-pop Dad. SoCal, man, you got it all right to start, and then all of a sudden it's just like a dumpster fire, isn't it? It's crazy. I like the little bug alien. What is it? Ghost Howdy? Ghost from Texas. All right. So I think I've hit everything here. Hit everything except Baz at this point. Google Glass again was something that I was really. It was ahead of its time, and it unfortunately didn't work. The batteries died too soon. The connection was spotty. Very limited in what you can do. I walked into a lot of things while I was trying them out. I did a thing.
The walking into things might just be you. I don't know if it's actually.
I could just it's true. It is true. I do have a tendency to wander into things. As strangely enough does our dog. Huzzah gets distracted and will often walk into telephone poles with loud, clunky noises. Like she's obviously hitting them at a good speed. Noodles beat me to it. What's that? Uh-oh. What did you beat her to?
I insulted you.
You insulted me? What?
I said you usually bump into things.
Oh, I see. Yes.
You're gonna have to step up your
I
game.
I bump into horrid people like Cal and Noodles. That's what I do. Okay, I'm gonna hop off. But David, thanks to the bandits and the chat. You know, I should probably get going too because it is 25 to 2. We have been going for a while. This was a fun one. There's a lot of exciting stuff to talk about, and I still feel like we could have gone in. I feel like we could have gone deeper on a lot of this stuff. Do me a favor, peeps, both in the stream chat, bandits who aren't listening now, who will listen later.
Maybe you should let the dog wear the Google Lens.
Yeah. Well, you know what I want to do is I want to put the brain-computer interface on the dog so I can see what it's thinking. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, see what she's responding to and how?
It'd be really cool to put that on you and see how you respond to things.
Didn't we do that? We already did that, didn't we?
Not for very long, but
I
during
see.
the stream. Oh, actually, that would be a cool thing to do during the stream, either
Ooh.
on Huzzah or on you.
Yeah, and then you
Have,
could see
a little side window to see how
what things get to
the
me
game
and what things
reacts.
don't. Yeah, but what if you suddenly get a window into my soul and you know stuff about me that you shouldn't know? Like that I'm secretly plotting to overtake the world. What if
Yeah, if we go, well, at least David's not going to take over the world, and there's a big spike in it, like, David?
Oh, Zinetux says, have you seen the setup where the lady has the floor buttons for the dog to talk? Baz was showing me that, and we actually started teaching Huzzah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Bertley says we should compare the two. So basically we'll do like a battle of the minds between me and the dog.
Perfect. That sounds great.
I guarantee you the dog would win. Guarantee you. Well, I could talk to OpenBCI. I could talk to the folks at OpenBCI and say, look, is there some kind of a thing you could make that we could put on the dog? It's a thought. There might be. I'll ask. Maxwell97, hello, fellow Earthlings. If, in fact, we are. There could be a few very strange aliens here as well. Possibly on the stream with us. All right. K-pop dad, not just a K-pop fan, also a Stargate fan. Thank you very much for coming by. I'm going to wrap this up. I think I'm going to let this go. I'm going to go make myself a sandwich with the delicious bread that I have made myself. What we got? What else is happening here? Aliens 2020. I'm expecting them anytime. Yeah, and they won't be friendly if they come in 2020, I'm sure. Zeniture says, I can't keep track of this damn scrolling stream. Stargate episode. McKay brain swapped with a dog. Dog saves day, of course. Noodles the raccoon's having way too much fun with her icons. Thanks, Legend, Super Dude, and Mods. Can't wait for the next one. We need more often. Oh, fantastic. Look, I'd love to do more of these, honestly. And who knows? Maybe once I get all this acting stuff out of the way, I could do more of these. Again, huge thank you to DStat. Sponsorship level Patreon. So appreciate that. But also, just as much appreciate everything that everyone has done with Patreon to help keep Tech Bandits happening. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a HoloLens one day, or a Tech Bandits clubhouse. Get the Tech Bandits clubhouse at the. I want to turn the garage into the Tech Bandits clubhouse, and then
Tech Bandits clubhouse.
Yeah,
Inside, it's fun inside. Roll call.
And we could do a song too, according to Noodles. No, Noodles, you'll be too busy building a bunker underneath the place, right? We'll be like, we'll have to cut the cement, put in a floor, fake floor, basement layer. Yeah, it's perfect.
Where's Noodles? We haven't seen her in a while. Meanwhile, I am under the floor,
exactly,
which I've replaced with two-way glass, and now I can see everything.
And she's currently trying to figure out how to get cats and dogs to share COVID. The zombie shark song. Zombie shark. Yeah.
Zombie shark.
It only eats brains though.
Zombie shark. Mark the Soviet zombie sickle and hammer shark.
Oh, that's right. What was it? With the hammer.
Wasn't it Mark the zombie? Wasn't it
Mark the zombie
hammer and sickle zombie shark?
Oh, that's right. It was. It was a hammer-headed sickle shark. It was Mark
the zombie-headed, hammer-headed
sickle shark.
Were you here last time?
I think it was.
Well, not last time.
Yes, it was Mark. It was. He was a. I don't know if it was. He was a zombie. Yeah, he was a zombie. Hammer-headed.
Zombie hammerhead.
And sickle, because he was like a Soviet spy as well, right?
Yeah, sickle shark.
Nice.
Mark the hammerhead. Mark the hammerheaded
Easy for you to
Zombie
say.
sickle shark.
Yeah, the Russian spy shark. All right, now we're just getting silly, which is the fun part. So I'm going to leave now. All right, everybody, I'm going to say thank you so much. Again, all the Patreons, DStat, sponsorship level 1, much appreciated. All of the subscribers, you rock, because you also make this happen. I am also going to thank everybody who's done the PayPal donations of late. I really appreciate that as well. I will work on some recordings for you, so I can be answering your phone for you, and which is something that I've now basically set at a $5. If you're a Patreon sponsor of $5 or more, I will include your name in the list of names that I do for the McKay answering the phone. And what else of interest? Huge thanks to our
voice recording of Huzzah for answering the phone for me.
Yeah, just bark. I'll just get her to bark. I'll send you a recording of her barking. I will also say a huge thank you to our mods, always. Jack Jaster for doing our designs. Cal for being the hammer and the crusher of dreams. And our last and only hope. So I guess we'll see you guys later. So until we geek again...
Until we geek again!
Now, what are we saying now? We're saying until we geek again, cheerio, and then huzzah, right?
Yeah, okay.
3, 2, 1.
Until we geek again, cheerio, and huzzah!